How's it going, folks? Welcome to another fun at-home table read. Tonight we are jumping into a film that I have always loved in concept. I'll be curious how we feel about it in execution. The unmade script for The Naked Gun 4. At one point it was considered The Rhythm of Terror for the subtitle. Who knows what they were going to go with. But we're going to jump right into this, introducing our cast tonight.
Hi, I'm Cate. I'll be the action description tonight.
Hello, I'm George. I'm going to be playing Vince.
I'm Bridget, and I'll be playing Erica.
I'm Logan. I'll be reading Flintlock.
I'm Erik. I'll be reading the role of Travis.
Hi, I'm Anne, and I will be reading McGlade.
All right. Well, without further ado, Cate, take us away.
The Naked Gun. What? 4? Written by Alan Spencer. Fade in. Interior courthouse hallway, morning, day. A female reporter stands in the hallway crammed with spectators.
This is Ariana Mailman, live from Los Angeles, where the city's latest high-profile murder trial has just reached a verdict.
In the background, people smile and wave.
Despite the seriousness of the crime, there's almost a carnival atmosphere.
A man eating cotton candy walks by. A clown makes a balloon animal. A guy in a leotard swallows a sword.
Adding to what's already being called a media circus. All right, we'll now take you live inside the courtroom.
A teenage boy creeps up from behind, squeezes the reporter's breast. She doesn't flinch, stares into the camera. Interior courtroom continuous. Tense, tight close-ups. A judge addresses the jury.
Has the jury reached a verdict?
We have. We find the defendant not guilty.
Off-screen, gas. The judge pounds his gavel.
Order! This jury has made its decision and we will respect it. Oh my God. Mr. Bin Laden, you're free to go.
The defendant, Osama bin Laden, hugs his defense team, all shorter than him, knocks knuckles with Gloria Allred. Interior courtroom hallway continuous. The circus scene has escalated. A vendor hawks bags of peanuts. A juggler on a unicycle pedals by.
Well, this comes as a shock, since Wesley Snipes was sentenced to death for mailing his tax returns late.
A man on a trapeze swings through the frame.
Things are getting out of hand, so I'll turn it back to the studio.
An elephant's trunk sniffs the reporter's microphone. Cut 2, tight on television set, tuned to a broadcast, and Anchorman takes over. Stay with Court TV as we discuss this verdict with our panel of experts, Robert Blake, Phil Spector, and King Henry VIII. We're inside his stately office belonging to Police Commissioner Roy McGlade in his 60s, a tough veteran that learned to read off tattoos. He stares at the TV, displeased. More after this. A campaign commercial superimposed over an American flag is politician Senator Ken Mulching, 40s.
Senator Ken Mulching is running for president. If you'd like to find out what he stands for, elect him. My name is Ken Mulching, and I may or may not approve this message.
The intercom on McGlade's desk buzzes. He crosses over. In the background, a photo of Governor Schwarzenegger wearing a suit, tie, and Conan helmet.
Lieutenant Litvak, here to see you.
Send her in.
It's me, Commissioner. I'm right outside.
Then send yourself in.
McGlade uses a remote to mute the TV. The anchorman tries to speak but can't. The on-screen display reads mute. Lieutenant Erica Litvak in the 30s enters, a no-nonsense professional. Her smartly chosen attire suggests a killer body. A tight skirt gift wraps perfect legs. They salute.
Good morning, Lieutenant. I'd complain a lot. I'd compliment you on your appearance, particularly your lovely cheekbones and pouty, succulent lips. But I can't rest a sexual harassment case. Not again.
On TV, a physician inspects the anchorman's throat.
You wanted to see me?
Yes.
McGlade stares at her, undressing her with his eyes.
Did you also wish to speak with me?
That too. The public has lost confidence in the law enforcement. Crime is everywhere.
McGlade passes a wall covered with graffiti. A tagger stands in the corner and spray paints. McGlade gazes out a window.
And corruption within our ranks has reached epidemic proportions.
McGlade POV, city street day. Chaos. A policeman snatches a woman's purse. Another cop walks in hand with a prostitute. An officer, instead of writing a speeding ticket, accepts a Rolex.
It's ugly out there. Like a boil on the buttock of a sumo wrestler suffering from eczema.
McGlade notices a bus stop where 7th graders watch a stripper pole dancing from the sign.
Another school is open across from the strip club. It's disgraceful.
Seen as before, McGlade turns away from the window.
I barely recognize the city.
The view outside shows the Leaning Tower of Pisa.
News isn't all bad. Thanks to the high price of gas, drive-by shootings are down.
The ride-by bicycle shootings are up.
The sound of the bicycle bell outside, followed by a gunshot.
Boom. Anyway, the reason I made this duty call, placing you in charge of internal affairs.
And why do you feel I'm most qualified?
Your spotless record, plus you're the only cop I'm sure it isn't on the tape. You're also easy on the eyes, but I can't say that. Can't say that. I also can't say that you've got apricot, tender skin, and well-toned thighs and silken hair. I'd love to be running my fingers through while taking hits off a hookah pipe.
You've always treated me with respect, Commissioner. Thank you.
Your mission is to weed out every bad apple until this department smells fresher than a Whole Foods.
I'll do my best.
Blade picks up a bottle with a police car inside instead of a ship and fondles it.
I'll tell you about best. I used to serve with the men that were like the finest vegetables and a hearty stew. Hand-picked, ready to serve.
He turns it to a framed photo of himself from years ago, flanked by a group of detectives raising paper cups at a Dunkin' Donuts, a scrappier version of the Untouchables.
And none of them went bad.
Erica stands at his side.
You talking about police squad?
No, I'm talking about police squad. We were a team. We ate together. We drank together. And when we accidentally shot one of our own, we met it up together. I want police squad reactivated.
But aren't the members long gone? And we all know what happened to Nordberg in Vegas.
McGlade picks up a newspaper. There's a picture of OJ being arraigned. The headline, guilty.
Yes. That sports memorabilia sting that went belly up. Still believe he's innocent.
He tosses it aside. On TV in the background, the anchorman presses his face against the screen. Insert the photograph. The camera pushes in on the man McGlade sits behind, Frank Drebin in his prime.
There's one man proving this is a country for old men. Frank Drebin.
Exterior Fort Lauderdale golf course day. Frank Drebin, older, wiser, more out of touch with reality, stands in a sand trap, diligently chips a golf ball, a cell phone pressed to his ear.
Glad to hear from you, Roy, but speak up. I wear a solar-powered hearing aid, and there's cloud cover.
Interior Police Commissioner's office, same time. McGlade holds up a receiver. Erica checks her BlackBerry. Behind her, the anchorman gestures in vain.
How are you enjoying retirement?
Cross-cutting between the two scenes.
Well, according to my wife, I still interrogate people in my sleep. We're talking about opening a bed and breakfast for ex-cons, but where the showers won't hold 6 or more. Why not come to visit? I'm I'm playing in the Guantanamo Bay Invitational.
We see Drebin's Cate, a detainee in orange jumpsuit wearing shackles.
What's your handicap?
Same as always, rheumatoid arthritis.
Oh, Frank, I'm gonna cut to the low-speed chase. I'm restarting police squad.
A flash of excitement in Drebin's eyes.
I'd love to. I can still do everything I did 50 years ago, just slower and with more mistakes.
No, Frank. Talking about fresh blood. Can you think of someone to be your successor? I know there's only one of you.
The detainee stealthily picks the lock on his leg irons.
Actually, there's 3 due to identity theft. So, hold on while I make this shot.
The detainee grabs a golf club, prepares to bludgeon Drebin, who swings, inadvertently clobbers him, hits the ball.
Okay, I've got a name for you.
Interior Police Commissioner's office, same time. The Glade hurriedly scribbles.
Thanks, Frank. We'll do our best to locate him.
The Glade hangs up. He and Erica react to thumping.
What's that?
The anchorman has grabbed a chair, bangs it against the TV screen from inside. The television falls over, explodes. Cut to main title sequence, mostly stock footage. The car siren from every Naked Gun movie. The 50s big band theme has been updated to electronica. The siren careens down a city block, swerves through the In-N-Out Burger, thwarts an ATM robbery by mowing down the thief. The siren competes in a NASCAR race, joins race horses at the Kentucky Derby, participates in the running of the bulls. The siren sails a choppy sea, fires a torpedo, detours into a scene from Grand Theft Auto 4. Strapped to the back of a space shuttle, the siren is launched. The final shot shows the siren entering a Blockbuster video store. It chases customers past the other Naked Gun movies on the shelves, parks before a section filled with Naked Gun 4. Fade to black. Fade in. Exterior city, stock shot day. The camera pans a cityscape, a Scorsese-style vista. Cool jazz as our main character speaks in a voiceover.
It was a hot, sweaty day in Chicago, 1957, which is why I was thrilled to be in Los Angeles, present day.
Exterior police headquarters establishing. Uniformed cops come and go. A Starbucks truck delivers coffee in 5-gallon jugs, usually reserved for sparklets. A squad car cruises by with K9 unit on it. We see a German Shepherd behind the wheel driving. A dark blue Mustang rumbles into frame, topples a meter, parks. The driver wears sunglasses, jeans, a sports coat, and a 5 o'clock shadow on Pacific time. Detective Vince Conklin, 30s.
This is a story of redemption, not store coupons, personal.
Vince unfolds a sun visor showing the Steve McQueen from Bullet, gripping the wheel, puts it in the dashboard, climbs out.
We all make mistakes. Who hasn't dialed a wrong number, left a family of 6 locked in a hot station wagon, or rented a Cuba Gooding Jr. movie?
Stares into the building.
The cops can't make mistakes. I did, but I've been given a second chance. Who knows if I'll get a second chance, or a third second chance, or a fourth?
A mailman hurries down the sidewalk, speaks in voiceover. I can't miss my kid's play. He thinks I don't love him. So what if I don't? I'm still his dad. A red-headed co-ed jogs by. We hear her thoughts.
Third date, so I guess I'll sleep with him. But he's not my type. For starters, he's white.
Oh, an elderly man uses a walker.
Can't believe they took my license away. It's easy to mistake the gas for the brake. Besides, I only hit a Scientologist tying his shoe.
More voices. Construction workers, trash collectors, telephone repairmen, all overlapping. Vince can't get a word in edgewise.
I forgot today was National Voiceover Day.
Interior Internal Affairs Bureau, Erica's office. Erica sits behind a desk, dresses someone down.
Officer Fitzgerald, you were heard using the N-word, and this city is still healing from the Michael Richards riot. You're on suspension.
Man rises, wears a badge and a Ku Klux Klan outfit.
And stay out of the hood.
The Klansman exits, passes Vince. Erica lowers her head, notices someone standing before her. Vince. Her eyes savor the bulge in his pants that's twitching. She's attracted to him. Keeps it professional.
Can I help you?
I'm looking for Erica Litvak.
She?
I assumed so. Erica is commonly a woman's name.
She points to her nameplate and stands.
I'm Lieutenant Litvak.
Oh, Detective Vince Conklin. I've been assigned to Reboot Police Squad. I was told to give you this.
Erica opens the envelope, turns away. Drebin reads the letter in voiceover.
To whom it may concern, the young man you're meeting is a diamond in the rough. Take him under your wing, feather his nest, and feed him worms. See to it the system doesn't chew him up and spit him out like some undercooked hamburger from a car wash vending machine. Nursemaid him from your ample breasts of integrity. Suckle him with your mother's milk of experience. Lactate.
Erica folds the letter, stuffs it back in the envelope. Drebin's voice keeps babbling normal. She drops the letter in a paper shredder. Drebin's voice screams as it's torn apart. Vince examines a framed picture on Erica's desk.
Is this you?
No, my sister. She's in medical school.
Erica turns the photo back, an x-ray of a woman's head.
Make yourself comfortable.
Vince sits, reclines the chair, puts his feet on her desk.
Not that comfortable.
He straightens.
You come highly recommended.
So do you. Commissioner McGlade said you'd help me find candidates for Police Squad 2.0.
What kind of people are you looking for?
The chosen ones should believe the law is gospel and not fear persecution for sticking to it.
So, you only want Jews?
No, I'm open to people of all races, creeds, and massive guilt complexes.
A knock. A desk sergeant sticks his head in.
Lieutenant, you seen the hostage negotiator?
He's off today.
The sergeant turns, addresses a ski masked man with a bomb strapped to his chest.
Mind coming back tomorrow?
The door closes. We hear the Law and Order theme. Dun dun. It repeats. Vince whips out his cell.
Sorry.
Vince shuts off the phone, tucks it back in his shirt. It falls out. He reaches down, gets a glimpse of Erica's legs. Sees a midget police officer under the desk, oogling him too. Vince rises and says nothing.
Anyway, what sort of screening process will you use to filter out bad cops?
Psychological tests. The subconscious doesn't lie.
Mind giving me one?
A test? Why?
I want you to trust me.
There's a bowl of fruit on Erica's desk. She places 3 apples and 1 banana in a row.
Which one of these does not belong?
Vince studies the fruit and selects an apple.
Sorry, that's incorrect.
Sorry, that incorrect is incorrect. This was grown by an Arizona farmer suffering from dyslexia.
He tosses her the apple. A tiny sticker reads, "Ingrown Arizona." Arizona. Yeah. She raises an eyebrow.
Aaron knows that.
That
You know,
doesn't look right.
I'd love to grab something to eat, as long as it's not a live turkey eluding capture.
Another knock. The desk sergeant again.
Lieutenant, sorry, you got a personal call? Some guy saying he's your ex or someone?
Sergeant steps out and Vince gets up.
It's all right. I broke up with a guy last year, but we're still friends. He's a little nervous about a surgery coming up. Sit. Carl, when you going in? Tomorrow? Did the doctor walk you through it?
Vince tries not to listen and picks up the banana.
Really? So you've already begun hormone treatments? Yes, your voice does sound higher. How long till you grow breasts?
Disinterested, Vince peels the banana.
Mm-hmm. And how many hours will you go under the knife? I see. First, they cut off the penis.
Vince bites, chews slowly.
And the testicles.
He crosses his legs.
Uh-huh. Then they carve out the scrotum. Wow.
Vince squirms and tightens his sphincter.
And they use all that to make an artificial vagina. Gotcha.
Vince loses his appetite, looks for somewhere to throw away the banana. The midget reaches from under the desk and Vince hands it to him.
How long will you take off work? Uh-huh. You're lucky the Navy SEALs are so understanding. Well, you're welcome to try on any of my old outfits, but I'm pretty sure your hips are wider than mine. Hang tough now, sweetie.
She hangs up. Vince is queasy. Erica checks her watch.
Still hungry?
Exterior bar and grill. Later, a cop bar. Tied on a neon sign, the 3rd degree. Interior bar and grill. The walls are covered with framed mugshots of celebrities. Hugh Grant, Nick Nolte, Mel Gibson, Lindsay Lohan, all autographed. Policemen huddle around a video game called Squad Car Hero. They use joysticks. On the screen is Rodney King beating with the score numbers. A couple of uniformed officers play billiards. The pool table has a chalk outline of a body on it. Vince and Erica share a booth. She drinks diet soda. He sips green tea. Cops glare at them.
We're getting nasty looks.
Not we. Me. I'm internal affairs. Cops don't like cops that bust other cops. My job's not about loyalty. It's about fundamental choices between right or wrong, good or evil.
Ginger or Marianne?
The cocktail waitress approaches.
Some men in blue would like to buy you a drink, but only you.
Erica takes it in stride.
Tell them I don't drink when I'm on duty, and they shouldn't either.
The waitress shrugs and implies no dice to the blue man group sitting at a table, offended.
Where'd you come from, Conklin? I'm guessing you were a Boy Scout?
Yeah, and the first to testify against the Scoutmaster. But he had no business stripping us down every half hour for poison ivy inspections.
Did that teach you what separates the men from the boys?
A restraining order. Happily, the Scoutmaster got reformed, became a Catholic priest. Ever since, I've never been afraid to do the right thing.
They clink glasses. By mistake, Vince picks up the candle on the table, sips hot wax, speaks with a glob on his face.
That's not just lip service.
He wipes his mouth. She's smitten. Stays professional.
What about you? Even from here, I can tell the fragrance you're wearing. Loneliness.
It's that obvious. I have trouble trusting most men I meet, like crooks and the movers that stole my favorite leather jacket. So I stay focused on career. There's nothing worse than waking up next to someone who doesn't love you.
How about not waking up?
She nods. That's a good point.
Anyway, enough about me. What's your story, Vince? Or at least your significant character arc?
Vince hesitates. He notices something on a TV tuned to ESPN. A replay of a pro basketball player collapsing on the court.
Whoa, what's the story there?
Deacon Dixon of the 76ers died last night during a game. I saw it happen live from the stands.
What a tragic loss.
I know. 3-point difference.
Vince stands and crosses to the TV.
Hey, where's the remote?
The bartender can't locate it. Vince reaches into his pocket, pulls out his own. He raises the volume.
Repeating our top story, famed NBA player Deacon Dixon was pronounced dead after collapsing at the Staples Center. Cause of death has yet to be determined, although the Dixon family has a past history of dying. Now, back to the opening ceremonies of the Baghdad Olympics.
The shock and awe bombing of Iraq. Olympic music plays. Vince pauses the TiVo, rewinds Dixon collapsing, studies it.
Back and to the left.
Erica joins it.
What's the matter?
A little voice in my head's telling me something's not right. I trust this voice. It told me not to rent the Love Guru. Police Squad 2.0 has its first case.
Vince heads for the door. Erica follows, gets blocked by two imposing cops, Mulvaney and Jurgens.
Hold on. You got a score to settle.
Yeah, you kicked Berkmeyer off the force. He has a wife and kids.
Wrong. He has 3 wives and 6 kids. He failed his polygraph test and is a serial polygamist.
Vince steps in between.
You know, I've never liked watching 2 guys gang up on 1 girl, even on the Spice Channel.
Think you're a badass, don't you?
No, a good ass. And you guys are a disgrace to your uniforms. Even if you were wearing uniforms for Jamba Juice, you'd be a disgrace to those 2.
You as good at talking with your fist?
Vince reveals a Senor Winces puppet drawn out onto his hand, scaring the little wig.
I think so. And the first rule of Fight Club is you do not talk about Fight Club.
Vince punches Mulvaney.
All right.
Mullavey swings at Vince, who ducks. Mullavey misses, decks the cocktail waitress. Her tray flies. Jurgens grabs Vince from behind, and Vince flips Jurgens. Ballroom dances with him and dislocates the guy's shoulder. Mullavey rushes Vince. Jurgens joins the fray. They spin into a blur like Looney Tunes. The spinning stops. Vince has handcuffed both cops to each other, back to back. Erica is amazed. Vince dangles the key.
Apologize and I'll let you go.
Stick it up your ass. Vince reaches into his jeans, clenches his teeth, sticks the key all the way up his ass. Cops are mortified.
Didn't think I would, did you?
He walks out the door, bow, legend. Erica follows. The handcuffed cops struggle. Exterior county morgue. Half an hour later. The building reads morgue. Underneath, no pets allowed. Unless dead. There's a play super lotto here sign. Interior county morgue. Vince and Erica follow a pretty pathologist, Charlotte Heathercamp, in her 20s. Despite working as a coroner, Charlotte is an upbeat California girl with a sunny disposition.
Wow, we rarely get celebrities here. They usually send them to the Beverly Hills morgue so their publicists can ID them.
They pass bodies of a dead woman in a bikini in a tanning bed. 2 stiffs under sheets stacked like bunk beds. A body bag in the shape of a deceased Teletubby. Oh.
I wish George Clooney would get in an accident. I'd love to meet him.
Oh my God. A young couple shopping for a bed inspects a mattress with a body on it. Check the big red toe tag showing the price. Charlotte leads them to a steel drawer, slides out the cadaver of a nondescript man.
Oops, wrong body. This is a John Doe. We don't know who shot him, but he probably knew his assailant.
Dead man grins, has a bullet in his forehead, and waves hello.
Dental records couldn't find the match? Oh, they did.
Charlotte slides out another drawer with a dead woman in it.
He's perfect for this Jane Doe.
Vince looks off screen.
Hey, is that our guy?
A dead basketball player's sneakers, legs, and torso stick half out a drawer. Charlotte pulls the corpse out. It has a tight fro, apple red cheeks, and traces of eyeliner.
What's wrong with his face? Oh, I always touch up the deceased. They deserve respect.
A man at the lotto booth in the corner waves a ticket, shouts, "Fucking A, I won!" dances a jig.
The guy was in great shape.
Oh, yes. And he even remembered to fill out his organ donor card. Made a special request his ass be sent to Detroit so the Pistons can kiss it.
We know cause of death?
We don't, but I do. He was shot. Shot? I was at that game. There weren't gunshots, only air balls.
Behind Erica, we see a meat packer's wheel and sides of beef.
Surprised me too. Took forever to dig out the bullet. He used super strong hairspray. I broke 2 scalpels.
Charlotte, using tweezers, offers the bullet to Vince. He slips on a rubber glove and takes the bullet with his ungloved hand, inspects it.
What are the odds of a stray bullet hitting an NBA player in the middle of a game?
In the distance, Rocky Balboa punches the beef.
Something tells me this wasn't random.
Vince hands the bullet to Erica, the name Deacon Dixon engraved on it.
Ballistics better look at this.
No. Best way to keep corruption out of police squad is to use people from the outside, rank amateurs. You're my first draft pick.
Sweet.
A gush of wind blows through Charlotte's hair. Wind chimes behind her tingle. Erica is jealous.
Anyway, I've got lots of autopsies to do, and my roommate hates when I bring work home.
An intercom on the wall buzzes.
Excusez-moi.
Charlotte answers. An aquarium with dead fish is nearby. There's a bulletin board featuring bucket lists.
Morgue.
Pizza man.
Oh, you guys hungry?
I gotta run, but thanks.
Erica and Vince exit. A morgue attendant rolls in a dead Domino's delivery guy clutching a pizza box to his chest.
Wow, still warm.
Exterior Mustang. Vince and Erica ride through LA's slums.
South Central's changed. It's now a friendlier, safer place to visit.
A bottle smashes the windshield. 2 men land on the hood, roll off. Exterior medical building. Point of view from the Mustang. Through a window, a black man stomps on another's back.
There's lots of new businesses.
The camera pulls back, shows chiropractor on the glass. Exterior movie theater. A Magic Johnson cinema. The marquee reads Indiana Jones and the all-white cast. Exterior shooting range. A building riddled with bullet holes. Triggerman's badass firing range. A sign proclaims, shotgun sawed off while you wait.
But I'd come looking for the city's largest gun shop, and answers about a bullet.
A gangbanger drops a pistol in the rental return chute. Interior shooting range. Tracking shot of people shooting at targets. A guy in a t-shirt blasts a human outline. A trucker fires a poster of Michael Moore. A legionnaire aims a bayonet at a blindfolded prisoner tied to a post. A cowboy squares off with another cowboy, waiting for each other to draw. The camera settles on Vince and Erica talking to an ultra-cool black guy, Travis Triggerman Redmond, 40s, the owner of this joint. He examines the bullet.
I've owned guns since kindergarten, but I ain't never seen a bullet like this. It's got little circuits and transmitters. We're talking digital.
But why would someone apply computer technology to a bullet?
A gun and a computer mouse are similar. They both point and click.
An employee sweeps up empty shelves, deposits them in a recycle bin.
So does Radio Shack make bullets?
Wouldn't be surprised. Everyone's getting into the action. Costco, Martha Stewart, SD Lauder, Scented. When the economy's bad, people stock up on ammo to fire their accountants with.
A long-haired dude carrying a rifle enters, wearing a tank top.
Hey man, dress code. You don't have the right to bear arms.
Travis points to the exit. The disgruntled man leaves, passing a Senator Mulching for President poster. It shows the politician as a smiling black man.
Excuse me, isn't Senator Mulching a white guy?
He is, but he's running as black as in this district, covering all bases.
Travis coughs.
You all right?
Yeah, just some secondhand gun smoke. Look, sorry, I can't help you more. Here, take some jockeys. Fires a little half-caliber bullet. Kids use them to shoot mosquitoes with.
Erica notices Vince contemplate the toy gun and pocket it.
One last thing. Is it possible to tell who made this?
Cut to interior shooting range checkout stand. Like a supermarket, a cashier rings up guns bought by tough customers, including mercenaries. A sign reads, 10 weapons or less. She scans the purchase with a barcode gun. Travis takes it, runs the scanner over the bullet.
Came from Texas.
He pulls out a jeweler's eyepiece and looks closer.
Yep. There's the manufacturer's logo.
Insert magnified bullet. Etched into a casing is the American Eagle wearing shades, an ammo belt strapped across its chest.
Armed Eagle.
Dissolve to a map of the United States showing red and blue states, gray for undecided. The camera pushes in on Texas. A branding iron enters the frame, sears an X onto Texas, sets a map ablaze. Fire extinguishers douse it as we dissolve to exterior Armed Eagle Defense Facility. The next day, morning. Tied on a sign with the Armed Eagle logo and slogan, an eye for an eye, or your money back. Wider, a defense contractor's headquarters in the desert, surrounded by fences and barbed wire. A warning is posted. Trespassers will be politely shot. Interior Armed Eagle reception area. Vince and Erica in the lobby. There's an art reproduction of American Gothic showing the couple wearing ammo belts holding AK-47s. Mannequins sport designer camouflage gear. Marsha Wagner, 30s, is in a sleeveless sweater, stylish glasses, and short skirt, greets them.
Good morning, Marsha Wagner, personal assistant to our CEO, Mr. Flintlock. We normally don't allow visitors to drop by unannounced, even by parachute.
Two businessmen wearing gas masks walk by, chatting.
You can make an exception in our case, since we're on a case. I'm Lieutenant Litvak, and this is...
Vince Conklin, Police Squad.
Police squad. Never heard of it.
Ever hear of the boy band In Sync?
Yes.
Well, we're like them, except we don't sing and we can arrest you.
Natalie-dressed bureaucrat Nathan A. Flintlock, 50s, approaches. He's a mix of old-school Southern gentleman, new-age entrepreneur, and asshole.
Show a little hospitality, Miss Wagner. Oh, say, can you see these folks are allies? No need to reintroduce yourself. I got listening devices in every corner. Also hidden cameras. You're standing on one.
Erica steps back, notices a peephole in the floor with an eye peering up her skirt.
Ever been accused of voyeurism?
By my ex-wife. I caught her on video having sex with the pool man. I knew something was wrong when he came 3 times a week. And I don't know, in a pool.
Flintlock takes out his pen and waves it.
What's that?
Our latest innovation. World's smallest metal detector. You're not carrying a gun, detective?
I don't need one. A mind is the greatest weapon.
True. That's why liberals are unarmed. You're also without one, little lady.
You missed a spot.
Huh. Electromagnetic sweep must be on the fritz.
Flintlock adjusts the pen. It flies out of his hand, sticks to Marcia's teeth. She looks like a dog with a bone.
Oh, there you go. Well, hopefully Miss Wagner's feelings don't pose a threat.
Interior testing area minutes later. Flintlock gives Vince and Erica an impromptu tour of a warehouse. They pass a photo on the wall of blindfolded American hostage with Employee of the Month underneath.
As long as there's a war, the defense industry will never need a bailout. It's a stable business.
An explosion rocks the building, knocks them off balance. Dust trickles down.
And we at Armed Eagle are committed to winning the war on terror. That's not a 9/11 to 5 job. We sleep with this on.
Flintlock holds out his wrist. He wears an electronic bracelet with Homeland Security threat levels.
If Kim Jong-il farts, I want to know. We're always ready for a fight.
Well, I prefer what John Lennon said. Give peace a chance.
Yeah, and if he'd been packing a piece, he'd still have a chance to say it.
We agree to disagree.
We don't agree to disagree. We disagree.
Agreed.
I'm not agreeing with your agreement to disagreement. I disagree. We agree to disagree. And I say we just disagree.
I don't agree.
Well, then we agree.
A little machine vacuums the floor.
Oh, how cute. I want one of those.
It's not. Well, it's not what you think. That's a mobile landmine that vacuums just before blowing up. We call it the Boomba.
Another angle. Flintlock ushers from behind safety glass. They gaze at mannequins garbed as Islamic terrorists sitting around a table. A room deodorizer with an American flag is visible.
Now, Al-Qaeda has infiltrated our major cities, even have their own flavor at Ben & Jerry's, Raspberry Jihad. That solution is to kill them where they nest. See that room deodorizer? Wherever it hears the word bomb in a foreign tongue, it emits a toxic nerve gas.
Gas spews from the deodorizer, engulfs the mannequins.
Which also has a refreshing pine scent.
But what if they're talking about a different kind of bomb, like a Sharon Stone movie?
Pause.
Still in the testing phase.
A different area. A tailor measures the inseam of an Iron Man suit. A medieval blacksmith forges a sword. Flintlock leads Vince and Erica to a technician tricking out a laptop.
And here's where we develop domestic products. See, I was raised in a conservative household. We'd shower with our clothes on. So protecting the family is important to me. Google the term 12-year-old boys with a vinyl fetish.
Mm-hmm. The technician complies. The laptop sprays his eyes. He screams.
See? Sexual predators surfing the net get pepper sprayed.
The technician claws at his face and falls out of frame.
We hope to have it ready for Christmas, along with a children's taser for kids with abusive parents.
Vince holds up the bullet for Flintlock to see.
This is the only product we're interested in.
His eyes go wide.
Let's talk in my office.
They exit, stepping over the sobbing technician on the floor. Interior Flintlock's office minutes later. Portraits of presidents on the wall. Clinton smiles too broadly. Bush looks confused. Obama holds a basketball. There's also taxidermy, but the animals aren't fierce. The heads mounted belong to squirrels, gerbils, and a koala bear. Most prominent Civil War memorabilia, like a Confederate flag and an autographed photo of the Dukes of Hazzard cast. Vince and Erica are seated. Flintlock makes himself a drink from a missile-shaped decanter.
Now that bullet represents the greatest weapons breakthrough of the 21st century. Project Longshot.
Why is it called that?
I think I'll let Billy Bullet explain.
Flintlock puts in a DVD. A plasma screen shows an animated bullet that sounds like Billy Crystal.
Hi, I'm Billy Bullet, shooting off my mouth about an exciting new concept from Armed Eagle.
A painting of the American Revolution. Billy Bullet appears.
Firearms are part of an American heritage.
Animation of an American Indian offering a blanket to a pilgrim who accepts it with a smile.
They helped close the deal for this great land of ours.
The pilgrim draws a musket, blasts the Indian who flies out of frame and leaves a trail of feathers.
Yet despite the gun's permanent place in the popular culture,
Famous figures hold guns. Annie Oakley, Davy Crockett, a gorilla from Planet of the Apes, 50 Cent, Angelina Jolie, Sarah Palin.
one problem remains: human error,
Animation of a redneck loading a shotgun.
also known as projectile dysfunction.
The redneck pulls the trigger, the barrel drops, shoots himself in the foot, and Billy bounces back on screen.
But if the same technology that keeps guided missiles on track was packed into me, why, I'd go from a dum-dum to a smart bullet.
We see a police officer holding a wanted poster up to Billy Bullet. Billy sniffs the image of a bank robber like a bloodhound, takes a flash picture.
Using facial recognition software,
Billy gets loaded into a handgun, is shot out the window. The bullet soars across state lines.
able to travel long distances.
The bank robber from the poster flees down the sidewalk, pursued by the bullet. He rounds a corner, and so does the bullet.
And the best thing is,
The bullet zigzags around bystanders.
innocent people won't get hurt. Collateral damage will be a thing of the past, like analog TV and Madonna.
The robber hops the subway train. The doors close, and the bullet makes a right, keeping pace. The train arrives at its destination. The bullet waits in midair. The doors open, and the robber steps out. Gets hit. Money rains down.
And while crime doesn't pay, we'll rake in profits hand over fist.
The space shuttle orbiting Earth. An astronaut floats outside and holds a gun.
And while keeping an eye on the future,
The astronaut shoots. A bullet travels to a planet where an alien loading a laser rifle gets shot and keels over. The Armed Eagle logo fills the screen.
Armed Eagle, an American company.
Animation produced in Korea.
Flintlock shuts off the screen. Munch, the screen painting, is behind him. The figure captured by soldiers.
We are about to have our first demonstration for the government, catered by Wolfgang Puck, when the prototype went missing. Even worse, the blueprints, they got wiped from every hard drive. Ugh, I shit so many bricks, I broke 2 toilets.
Marcia enters, brings lunch, and sets it on her boss's desk.
Any idea who stole the gun?
Flintlock hands them a snapshot of scientists.
Its inventor, Dr. Andre Forlot. Damn Frenchie was here on a visa, got turned down for a green card.
What about a gold card?
Behind Flintlock, Marcia tries to get Vince's attention. Mouths, "We need to talk." Vince doesn't pick up on it.
Why was a basketball star the victim?
Well, I'm guessing to demonstrate Longshot's power before offering it to some camel humping, Sam sucking, falafel chewing arms dealer. Or maybe Forlot just hated the Sixers.
Marcia puts on a coaster on the table before Vince. "We need to talk," written on it. She points. Vince doesn't look at it.
Spring water is fine, thank you.
Nothing for me.
Marcia offers Vince a glass of water with a napkin saying, "We need to talk." He takes the glass, sets it on the coaster, and ignores the napkin.
That serves me right for outsourcing. US stands for us, not them.
Marcia holds out the napkin imploringly. Vince takes it, places it under the coaster, doesn't read it. Marcia closes her eyes, frustrated.
Care to elaborate?
Forlot's arrogant, refused to shake my hand. Instead, he tried to kiss me.
Isn't that how people greet each other in France?
With his tongue. I'm sick of rude foreigners in our country. They're guests, damn it. Whenever I order Chinese food, I make them deliver it on their knees.
Marcia crosses to a painting, a reproduction of the Mona Lisa wearing a gas mask, runs an ultraviolet light across it, and reveals the words, "We need to talk."
Miss Wagner, what are you doing?
Seeing if you need anything.
I do. A younger assistant. See, women are like guns. Sometimes you just got to trade a 44 for a 22.
I'm only 3.
Yeah, and horse ears, that's a glue stick.
Excuse me, maybe if you treated your employees with more equality.
Klaxon on the wall sounds.
Ah, now see what you done, boy. You set off my socialism alarm.
Okay, time to go.
Erica and Vince stand. Flintlock offers a greasy bucket.
What's your hurry? Care for some Rush Limbaugh's fried chicken? All white meat, right wings.
No thanks, I'm a vegan.
What made you become a lefty?
Tore a tendon in my right shoulder during an Olympic kayak race. Russian team torpedoed our chances. They cheated, used a submarine.
Exterior Armed Eagle Defense Facility minutes later. Vince and Erica leave and walk through the parking lot.
He's hiding something.
I know. Guy colors his hair.
Something else. And where are you walking around unarmed? Suppose you had a gun pointed to your head.
I wouldn't pull the trigger.
I meant if someone else pointed it.
They reach the car and stand alongside.
That's a hypothetical question, meaning you're talking about a hypothetical gun loaded with hypothetical bullets. And since hypothetical bullets could never hypothetically kill me, then hypothetically speaking, your hypothesis is...
The sound of an aircraft grows louder, drowns out Vince. They glance up at a small plane, skywriting, "We need to talk!"
Is that meant for us?
Look behind that other cloud. It's addressed to you.
Exterior full moon, hours later. Interior underground parking structure at night. Vince stands in a vacant lot, film noirish. David Fincher style, desaturated colors. Vince checks his watch. A shadow approaches. The camera whips to reveal Marcia.
You.
Oh, me. I'm taking a big risk. My boss claims to eavesdrop through my IUD. That's why I give off mixed signals. Hear that?
Vince notices a shadow on the wall. It's a cat.
It's just a cat.
The shadow stands on its hind legs. A rodent.
Correction, rat with an R. So why did you contact me?
I don't agree with what was said about Dr. Forlot.
There's always two sides to every story, except on Fox News. Your boss painted an unflattering portrait.
I know.
Marcia steps over to a painting of Forlot on an easel.
It's too big. Chin's not weak enough. What was that?
Vince looks at the shadow again.
Okay, that's a cat. No, a squirrel. Wait, maybe a pheasant. Anyway, why did Forlot steal the weapon?
In the distance, a housewife pushes a supermarket cart towards the station wagon and puts groceries in it.
He said he didn't want to be the next Oppenheimer.
Oppenheimer?
The housewife shouts.
The bomb of the freaking atomic bomb!
Thanks.
Vince glances at the latest hand shadow, a velociraptor.
So Forlot absconded with his invention out of conscience? The question is, where did he abscond to?
I believe he and his wife fled back to France.
Be more specific.
In Europe.
Thank you.
Bad people want the gun. You've got to find Forlot before they do.
A car alarm goes off and startles her.
False alarm.
The shadow alongside Vince is Alfred Hitchcock's silhouette.
How come you care about Forlot?
He's a gentleman. He'd never stare at my breasts or check out my ass or throw his voice to pretend his penis was asking for a split shine. You seem like a gentleman too.
And I suck at ventriloquism, but again, thank you.
The alarm gets louder.
And on behalf of Police Squad, thank you again.
Would you mind giving me a ride?
How'd you get here?
I drove.
Then why do you need a ride?
A Honda Civic, its alarm blaring, cruises by with a car thief behind the wheel.
Because that's my car being stolen.
Behind her, a black sedan barrels towards Marcia. Vince pushes her out of the way and lies on top of the shaken woman. The sedan retreats.
Are you all right?
I think so. No, wait.
Marcia kisses Vince. In the background, a station wagon approaches. The housewife behind the wheel. Not seeing them, she runs over Vince and Marcia like speed bumps. Exterior police headquarters. The following morning, a SWAT truck pulls up, parks in a handicap space. The rear doors open. A SWAT team in wheelchairs rolls out. A Geek Squad Volkswagen sits in the space reserved for tech support. Interior Erica's office morning. A 16-year-old in the Geek Squad shirt meets with Erica, Randy Wertzman. He clutches a laptop.
I found something using the French search engine, like Google. Dr. Forlot owns a vineyard in an obscure little town called Cognito. The deed isn't in his name, making it safe for him to hide there.
So Forlot is incognito. You're a genius, Randy. You must get all A's.
Ever since I cracked the school's password.
Well, I just hope my old yearbook photo isn't floating around cyberspace for you to embarrass me with.
It's not, but I did find a spring break picture.
Randy turns his laptop for her to see. It shows a photo of young Erica standing on a balcony, baring her breast. Her smile vanishes. Exterior police headquarters, same time. Vince arrives. His Mustang topples a trash can. A Krispy Kreme truck is nearby. A worker wheels out a donut the size of a manhole cover. Vince follows as it's rolled inside. Vince walks stiffly, tire tracks on the back of his jacket. Interior Erica's office. Randy packs up his computer.
Hey there. Ever run that background check on a detective named Conklin?
I couldn't find anything. I even hacked a few government sites.
I never asked you to break the law.
Laws are made to be broken. For you.
The kid has a major crush on her.
Randy, isn't there someone at your school you like? Who likes you?
Yes, I kissed her once between classes.
Well, what are you waiting for? Ask her out.
I want to see the grade she gives me in the trigonometry first.
He pulls out his iPhone, shows a snapshot of a 30-something blonde and a teddy.
And shouldn't I wait until her husband gets deployed to the Persian Gulf?
Oh, God. Erica is poker-faced. Interior police headquarters, bullpen area. Cops have strung a suspect up to the ceiling, dressed him like a pinata, and hit him with sticks. The man flails.
Out! I want a lawyer! You broke me! Candy! Prizes! Game over!
Vince, sipping tea in a cup, appears. Outraged, he breaks up the mob, including a few Spartans from 300.
Okay, that's enough. I want all your numbers.
The cop writes on a matchbook, hands it to Vince, and winks.
Your badge numbers.
Vince unties the line holding the pinata dude, who crashes down. Mullavey, a cop that tangled with Vince earlier, hurls him against a wall filled with wanted posters.
Pretty boy, you know what they call someone who doesn't play ball?
An umpire.
Vince shoves Mullavey, who pushes him back against another wall. Behind Vince now, not wanted posters of Dane Cook, Hillary Clinton, Hulk Hogan, and Joan Rivers.
A snitch. Man, oh man, would I love to get you alone.
To do what?
To kick your ass.
Where's this anger coming from? You ever try meditation? I close my eyes and let my thoughts drift for at least an hour a day, usually while I'm driving.
I think you're chicken. You know what I do with chicken? I dice it, and then I combine it with minced garlic and melted butter in a nice bowl, and I throw some breadcrumbs, parsley, and Parmesan, and then I just kind of go to town on it, you know? I get it.
Okay, that's it. Nobody tells me how to prepare chicken Parmesan. Let's go right now.
I can't. I gotta be downtown in 20 minutes to lie under oath.
Okay, in an hour.
No, I'm supposed to dangle a drug dealer off a bridge. You know, after that, I'm performing an illegal search and seizure, and later, I'm accidentally shooting my daughter's boyfriend. Yeah, loses in a garage band and got hooked on cough syrup. But you and I are gonna rumble, so watch your back, my friend.
Watch yours, my antagonist.
Mullavey walks away, reveals Officer Jurgens still handcuffed to him. Erica approaches.
I've got a bead on Forlot's whereabouts. Ever been abroad?
No, I've been a man all my life, but I respect the tough choice transsexuals make.
No. Do you speak French?
Je n'ai pas de quoi se dit, mais peux continuer les polores sentimentales si vous aimeriez.
Perfect.
Except I have no idea what I said. I suffer from Toulouse-Tourette syndrome. I blurt out random phrases.
Cops with batons and riot gear wearing mouse ears rush by.
Hey, where are they going?
Oh, there's a riot at Disneyland. They're leaving early to beat the crowds. Come on, we've got to get a flight montage to catch.
She whisks him out the door. Dissolve to the montage sequence. Stock shot of an airliner. A map is superimposed with red line charting the plane's progress. The red line crosses the ocean, becomes blurry, runs out of ink. A flock of geese is superred as the red line gets a refill. Next, a train and the Starship Enterprise are shown traveling. France finally appears on the map. The camera zooms in on a small village called Cognito, where the red line stops. Dissolve to exterior French skyline stock shot, establishing. Superimposed France, former friend of America. Enter l'Hôtel d'Auberges des Vaccines Hotel, lobby. A lavish hotel. The red line from a map runs through the lobby. Vince and Erica follow to the front desk.
Wonder if things I've heard about the French are true.
No, I'm sure they shower.
I mean about tensions with America.
That's exaggerated. I've never met a French person I didn't like. Did I mention I've never met one?
They reach the front desk clerk and he smiles.
Pouvez-vous aider, monsieur?
We're from America. We'd like a room.
The clerk throws a shoe. Vince ducks. A second shoe hits Erica. She pulls off her own and prepares to hurl it, but Vince spins her around.
Calm down. To that angry man behind the counter, we represent the United States. Use diplomacy, just like you would at a 7-Eleven.
Erica nods, and Vince faces the clerk and hands him $1.
What's the current rate of exchange for the American dollar?
The clerk runs the dollar through the currency machine that shreds it, hands the pile back to Vince.
We need more cash, fast.
Why don't we try another hotel, like the Paris Hilton?
I hear that Paris Hilton's dirty.
Yeah, I heard that too. I'll contact the commissioner.
Angle on the phone bank. Video conference phones. A mother holds a baby up for the person on the other end. A businessman talks to someone and sobs. Erica swipes her credit card, hears the pre-recorded voice with a Gaelic accent. Bonjour, accueilli a été. Angle on the front desk. Vince shows the clerk a photograph of Dr. Forlot.
You seen this guy?
Oui, monsieur. That's Dr. Flo. He and his wife just returned from your wretched country. He said that people were rude.
We were probably just trying to make him feel at home. Is that the Statue of Liberty?
We asked for it back.
Angle on the phone bank. Erica converses with McGlade back in America, his face on a tiny screen, moving in herky-jerky manner.
Wait, hold on. One moment. Much better. Ugh. A liar over the mountain. Some unmarried officers got killed yesterday. So the widows and orphans want the surplus.
The baby next to Erica cries. The mother opens her blouse and breastfeeds it. On the little screen, McGlade grimaces.
Catch you at a bad time.
Interior Police Commissioner's office, same time. McGlade lies face down on a table, naked under a sheet.
Just having an annual colonoscopy. Everyone over 50 with an anus should get one.
A nurse uncoils a garden hose, ends it up McGlade's ass.
They're actually lit. In fact, nope, there.
The nurse turns on the water and McGlade arches his back. Angle on the front desk, Vince querying the clerk.
Look, I represent the new America. The average person on the street was desperate for change, like pennies, nickels, dimes. Show some detente. I'd like to talk to Forlot. Where do I find him?
The clerk is swayed by Vince's sincerity.
He lives on a private villa and does not see visitors.
Is he blind?
No, reclusive. Still, I know where he'll be this evening. Play your cards right, and I might tell you.
Vince pulls out a deck of cards, performs sleight of hand. The clerk seems impressed. Angle on the phone bank, Erica continues teleconferencing. The businessman has traded places with the baby, breastfeeding from the mother.
Conklin accompanied me here. I'm wondering, what's his background in law enforcement?
Static. The video breaks up.
Didn't get that.
Interior Police Commissioner's office, same time. The nurse grips a jackhammer, climbs on top of McGlade, and aims for his rectum.
I said, what's Conklin's history?
The nurse turns it on, pile drives his ass, and causes feedback. Back at the phone bank, McGlade's face contorts. An image turns to snow and we hear a garbled scream. Medium shot. Erica turns around and finds Vince standing there.
Commissioner's sending the money.
We're gonna need it. Forlot and his wife are attending a $10,000 a plate fundraiser tonight. $15,000 if you want food on the plate. It's at this hotel for married couples. Could be our only chance to get close to him. We'll need to pretend we're married.
Okay, but if our pretend marriage has children, the names Chelsea and Suri are taken.
Vince snaps his fingers. Damn. Exterior French Street, a few hours later, dusk. Art direction overlay sells France. The extras wear berets. A few eat Dijon mustard out of the jar. A crossing guard holding a sign reads, Arrest. Escorts a line of children singing Frere Jacques. Vince stands outside the bakery window, admires a wedding cake. The little plastic groom wears a tuxedo. The mini-skirted bride stands under a streetlight. He's marrying a prostitute.
Well?
Vince turns around. Erica emerges from a dress shop in a cafe taffeta number pirouettes.
Wow, look at you. You're the most beautiful woman I've seen that hasn't been heavily photoshopped.
Thanks. I mean, merci. I could never afford this on my salary. I can't remember the last time I bought a new dress for myself.
Neither can I.
They stroll past Le Subway, shop with a sign now serving white American bread. A red balloon drifts by.
Growing up, I was into torn jeans and tees, and I had my lips, tongue, and belly pierced after I swallowed a box of nails by mistake.
A team of bicyclists race by. The last member sits on a stationary bike that isn't moving and he can't catch up.
How did you get into law enforcement?
My dad. Every day he'd go to work in his uniform and beat the ladies off with a stick. He was a guard at a women's prison.
And your mom?
She worked at a peanut butter factory. One day, she fell in a vat and drowned. At the funeral, she stuck to the roof of the coffin. I'll let you in on something. I get offered bribes, and I'm tempted. Not for me, but to be able to buy my old man things he can't afford, like an aircraft carrier or a mountaintop observatory. I hate thinking about him living in that little one-room flat overlooking the Milwaukee Department of Sanitation. But I'm not one of those people who'll do anything for money. There's a word for them. Begins with a W.
Waiters?
Whores? What about you? You an only child?
No, an only adult.
They pass up Punch and Judy puppet show with Napoleon whacking Uncle Sam.
You know, the anti-American sentiment over here, I'm just not feeling it.
A blind beggar sniffs as they pass and gives the finger. Erica stops Vince.
Conklin. Vince. You don't like talking about yourself. Why?
Because I'd rather talk about you.
Passerbys emit an approving "aww."
Are there any women immune to your charms?
The one's in quarantine for bird flu.
She yearns to kiss him, but resists.
Romantic involvement with another officer, whether it be man, woman, or a member of the canine unit, is against the rules.
But we're posing as a married couple in the most romantic place in the world, second only to Laughlin, Nevada. Couldn't we hold hands?
He reaches out his, and she takes it.
All in the line of duty.
For sure.
Vince and Erica stroll down, drawn to each other like magnets. Slow dissolve. In the distance, a universal tram drives by. We hear the tour guide as the scene fades away.
And here's our famous French Street, where some of our favorite movies and TV shows are filmed.
Dissolve to interior L'Hôtel d'Aubergère des Vacances, banquet room. An elegant ballroom, formally attired couples in their 60s, 70s, and 80s sit at tables. Vince and Erica stand out amongst the octogenarians.
This looks like a reunion of the class of 1708.
Must be nice to have someone to grow old with. Unless they're in a coma. Oh, look. Isn't that sweet?
She indicates an old man on the ground, shirt open, given CPR by his wife.
Well, hey, there's Forlot.
Dr. Andre Forlot, 60s, talks to other guests at his table. Beside him is his withered, rotund wife, Saline, 60s. When she was younger, she still wasn't pretty.
And that's either his wife or Mickey Rourke's got a twin sister.
On the days, a matron addresses the group. Behind her banner, hors d'oeuvres for humanity. Thank you all for coming, as well as your commitment to solving the global palate crisis. A slide shows a waiter serving truffles to Bifriend tribesmen. This year, some of the world's finest restaurants served gourmet appetizers to impoverished countries, and elitism is spreading. More slides show Zimbabwe refugees offered trays of brie, destitute Burmese people dripping crackers into pate. A Nairobi tribe recently refused care packages, instead demanding foie gras, bouillabaisse, and creme brulee. So let us toast to the real reason for any charitable endeavor, an excuse to overindulge in extravagant food, as well as wines from our benefactor, Dr. Andre Forlot. Applause for Forlot. He blows a kiss to the crowd. And before I forget, the winner of tonight's raffle for a new kidney is Monsieur Francois Denoir. She holds up a kidney, points to a table where a feeble old man sits under an oxygen tent, and gives him a thumbs up. A server fills glasses at Vince and Erica's table.
I can't drink this.
I know, we're on duty.
Even off duty. I'm a terrible drunk.
Well, maybe with practice you can improve.
No, I'm in Cops Alcoholics Anonymous, CAA. I was only able to beat the addiction by replacing it with gambling.
Neither of us has to drink tonight.
And risk offending the man we've come all this way to meet?
Erica points to the label on a wine bottle, a sketch of Forlot touching his nose, taking a DUI test. Other guests are well into their second glasses.
Hold the fort.
Vince takes both glasses, looks for somewhere to dump the wine. Crossing to a corner, he pretends to be interested in art hanging there. He empties the wine into a potted plant. Guests notice Vince, his back to them, legs apart, looking like he's pissing in the plant. Erica acts casual and smiles. Vince pours out the second glass, sits back at the table. The entire ballroom stares at them. Forlot seems irked. The server refills both glasses. Vince smiles, sheepish. Finally, Erica picks up her glass and guzzles it.
What are you doing?
Taking one for the team.
The other guests return their attention to their tables. Erica downs Vince's glass too.
You're gonna be sober, so make sure I don't get into trouble tonight. Dude, my dude, refill.
The server complies, and Erica snatches the bottle and drinks straight from it. Dissolve to interior banquet room an hour later, night. Yes, mingle, some dance. An 80-year-old DJ spends 78s on a Victrola, makes unintentional scratch tracks. Erica stumbles, inebriated, leans against other guests, including a man with a cane that breaks, runs into Dr. Forlot, smashes caviar onto him.
Sorry. Not to worry. I was planning on burning this shirt. Dr. Forlot, I think you're a brilliant aerophysicist, and I'd love to talk to you, but not in front of all these people. Why? Most are deaf. Is there somewhere we can go? I have a room. I'll tell my wife.
Forlot walks away, converses with his spouse, and Vince ambles over.
You made contact.
Forlot invited me to his room. And before you get any funny ideas, he's telling his wife.
I'm not surprised. This is a swingers group, as in wife swapping.
Wife swap. Oh, God. It's bad enough to imagine your parents having sex. But your grandparents? Oh, that's disgusting.
A server walks by with a tray of Viagra pills. Elderly man grabs handfuls. Activia yogurt is offered.
Shame on you. Ageism is one of the worst forms of prejudice.
Dr. Forlot points in their direction. His repulsive spouse oogles Vince and licks her lips.
On second thought, it's totally fucking disgusting.
What do we do?
Suicide's not an option, so I'll have to play along.
Couples adjourn to rooms. An old man takes a leak on the same plant Vince used.
I'm not ready for that kind of senior moment.
Well, suppose he has the gun on him.
Yes, but what if I have to fight him off? I'm wasted.
Text me the room number once you get there. I'll make sure this deviant never lays a hand on you, unless you're into deviants. Then I'll give you 10 minutes, no more.
She objects. Vince takes her face in his hands.
Erica, remember what I said from day one. I want you to trust me.
She relents. Forlot returns.
Monsieur, this woman is my wife.
Oh, so it's not a same-sex marriage.
Saline may be large, but she'll get you into interesting positions.
I look forward to Saline's solutions.
Forlot offers his arm to Erica. She takes it. Forlot leads Erica away, and Saline sidles up to Vince.
I like to play rough.
I can see the after effects.
Interior Dr. Forlot's hotel room. A few minutes later, Forlot guides an unsteady Erica into the suite. She pats him down.
American women are so aggressive. I will enjoy this. That makes one of us.
Forlot pushes Erica onto the bed and gives a one moment finger. Steps into the bathroom. Erica tries to sober up, slaps her face, sees Forlot's shadow stepping out of a 4-inch lift, removing a truss, toupee, teeth. He's flabby, resembles Whitefish from Art's Deli.
Viagra is a godsend. One time, I had an erection that lasted 6 hours, and the shadow looked like the Virgin Mary.
He pumps a Viagra from a Hugh Hefner Pez dispenser. Interior Mrs. Forlot's hotel room, simultaneous. Vince and Forlot's wife enter a separate room.
Listen, I don't want to offend you, but I find you repugnant. Some women are cougars, but you're a woolly mammoth.
Saline ignores him and opens a suitcase.
Did you bring protection?
No, a blindfold won't fit in a wallet.
Vince turns to leave. Saline is strapped on boxing gloves and headgear. Sucker punches him. Vince falls to his knees.
Hey, I thought this was a wife swap.
It is. I beat my husband.
She hops around, goading him to spar. Interior Dr. Forlot's hotel room simultaneous. Erica staggers to the door and opens it. Her vision is blurry. She tries to feel the numbers. They fall off. Erica gets down on all fours and gropes the carpet. Forlot, wearing a robe, is excited.
I think this might be for a lot. Yeah?
Yeah, I think so too.
Okay, yeah.
I love doggy style. But my back, she is weak. Come, I prefer the Karma Sutra position known in senior circles as force majeure.
He tries to lift her.
Help! No, I can do it myself. I have my pride.
Interior Mrs. Forlot's hotel room simultaneous. Saline brutally knocks Vince around. She delivers left hooks, crunchy body blows. He won't defend himself.
Look, it's against my beliefs to hit a woman. Or you.
Saline kickboxes Vince's crotch. He smashes into a nightstand, pissed.
Okay, bitch, you've challenged my beliefs.
Vince yanks off Saline's headgear and slugs her, backs her into a corner, rabbit punches her. She falls out of frame behind the bed. Vince stomps her, picks up a lamp, smashes it down, and rushes out.
Oh, God. You are the best.
Interior hotel hallway continuous. Vince kicks open doors. We hear sounds of seniors having sex, moaning, wheezing, groaning, aching. Vince is repulsed and keeps searching for Erica. Interior Dr. Forlot's hotel room. Forlot chases Erica, wearing only a teddy, bounces across the bed like a trampoline. It stops to inhale oxygen from a tank. Vince bursts in and flashes his badge.
Time for American coitus interruptus.
Forlot tries to flee, and Vince pushes him back. Forlot flops on the bed, panting, and Erica flashes her badge too.
Please, I was only wife swapping to raise money for charity. We could care less about the lack of fiber in your moral diet. Why'd you flee the country? I do not want to be remembered as the maker of the world's greatest killing machine. I'd rather my legacy be as decent, brilliant, but dirty old man.
Au contraire, That gun you invented killed Deacon Dixon, long distance, person to person.
I have not shot anyone. But I know who did. Tell us.
Flintlock clutches his chest, appears to have a heart attack.
A glass of water. Quickly.
Erica darts into the bathroom and emerges with a glass.
No, not tap or flat. Carbonated. In the hole.
She races out. Vince loosens Forlot's collar, guides him to the balcony, and slides open the door.
Okay, fresh air. Who's got the gun?
Forlot opens his mouth. His head jerks. He collapses. Erica returns with Perrier.
What happened?
Vince locates the chest wound.
He's been shot.
Forlot's lips move. They crunch over him.
I can't read lips without closed captioning.
Forlot pantomimes.
He wants to write something? Damn it. There's no pen or paper in this friggin' room. Mind writing in blood on the floor?
Forlot, losing consciousness, shakes his head.
I know. It's a lot to ask. We're losing him.
Vince sprints out the door. Interior hotel hallway. A family approaches. Their little girl plays with an Etch-a-Sketch. Vince snatches it and leaves the girl sobbing. Back in Dr. Forlot's hotel room, Vince gives Forlot an Etch-a-Sketch. He struggles with the knobs and spells his name, passes it to Vince.
I've got the name. It's...
An earthquake shakes the hotel, erases the screen. Forlot dies. Erica closes Forlot's eyes. One stays open. She tries again. The other is open. She gives up. Exterior French morgue. Stock footage 1 hour later. A morgue with a windmill and neon sign. Le Morgue Rouge. Interior French morgue. Redress. European morgue is identical to the American, save for the Eiffel Tower out the window. A cafe au latte machine, a complimentary croissant. The coroner, Colette, is a French woman who is Charlotte's twin with different hairstyle and French accent. She leads Vince and Erica past a line of dead can-can dancers on slabs.
The last time we had an earthquake, that was magnitude 1909.
She slides out Forlot's body. Behind her, there's a French barber pole. A flamboyant stylist cuts dead people's hair and uses a blow dryer.
Très étrange. This man was struck down by a bullet. A dozen bullets.
Colette hands Vince a baggie containing a bullet with Forlot's name on it. A timer rings. Colette opens another drawer and pulls out a fresh baked baguette.
Pardon me, but you're a dead ringer for a coroner in America.
My sister, I just received a postcard from hell, which is why you look familiar too.
Colette hands Erica the card. It shows Vince, Erica, and Charlotte in the morgue from the previous scene.
Okay, bag him.
Paper or plastic?
Paper.
Colette pulls a large French bread wrapper over the body. Interior airliner a few hours later. The camera tracks by passengers, a dentist inspecting patients' crowns, the Zodiac killer reading a newspaper, a man punching an iPhone so hard he pokes his finger through. A medium shot of Erica and Vince, ensconced in first class.
Vince, thanks for having my back. One time after I had too much to drink, I woke up in Alaska and had somehow joined an Eskimo tribe. Only clues how I got there were a hang glider and a Thomas guide.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the captain speaking. Thanks for helping us subdue the passenger who was waving a gun. Turns out he was an air marshal that forgot to take his medication.
Vince shrugs and turns back to her.
Erica, you seem more together than an IKEA table. Why were you hitting the bottle?
Because it's not enough for a woman to have an IQ of 140, a weight of 105, and a FICO score of 850. She's supposed to have a relationship too. I've had lots of men hurt me over the years, deeply.
It's a shame they never used lubricant.
And just last week, I went out with a guy and we got along great until he brought me back to his place. He whipped it out, waved it right in my face. It was tiny. I could hardly see it. And he expected me to suck it. I refused, so he did it himself. I'm talking about a joint. I charged him with possession. Turns out he was a glaucoma patient. But it doesn't really matter. Being a cop always trumps being a woman.
Listen, you know why it's important we play by the rules? Because the rest of the world doesn't. People cheat on their taxes, spouses, diets. It's why there's so many overweight adulterers with extra cash.
Vince, look, you're trying hard to be the ultimate good guy. But heroes are like facelifts. Sooner or later, they fall.
Baby, I'm not perfect. I've got cellulite on my soul. All I'm trying to do is stand on my own 2 left feet. Do what's expected of me.
Touches his arm.
You think it's possible to get close without having your heart ripped out?
You're talking about to a Bengal tiger or another human being?
I'm like Ann Coulter. I don't know what I'm talking about. Mind holding me?
As long as it's without bail.
She nods off. He cuddles her. The seats vibrate. Vince thinks it's turbulence and realizes it's a couple behind him having sex. Slamming against the back of his seat. George. For no reason, a pro bowler steps into the aisle and prepares to roll a ball. Interior Lut Airport Terminal. Hours later, a long line of international terrorists wearing dark glasses and headbands pass through airport security without trouble. Marcia, wearing sunglasses, holds a cardboard sign. Need to talk. Vince and Erik approach.
What are you doing here?
Holding up a sign.
In the background, the Tin Woodsman from The Wizard of Oz sets off a metal detector. He surrenders his axe to a guard and passes through again. Sets off the alarm once more.
Mr. Flintlock needs to speak with you.
Why?
If I tell you what he says will be redundant, duh. He sent his private.
Vince and Erica follow. Meanwhile, the Tin Woodsman gets handcuffed, led away. Dorothy, the Scarecrow, and the Cowardly Lion plead for his release. Interior Flintlock's office 3 hours later. A tense Flintlock addresses Vince and Erica.
My office doubles as a bomb shelter. For security reasons, I'll lower us.
Flintlock pulls a lever. The room descends. The presidential portraits stretch like the Haunted Mansion at Disneyland. Clinton is revealed getting a blowjob from an intern. Bush Jr. sits in a nuclear warhead. Obama wears basketball trunks. Flintlock crosses to a desktop computer.
This came to my voicemail last night.
A synthesized voice from the computer speakers.
We have the long shotgun. There have been 2 victims so far. There will be more if our demands are not met. To hear this message again, press 1. To hear it in Spanish, press 2. To hear show times for...
Flintlock can't shut it off and struggles.
Damn computer always freezes.
What operating system you use?
Windows crap.
Yeah, but which version?
Windows crap.
On the screen is the Microsoft logo with Windows crap.
Either that voice was digitally altered, they made Penny Marshall read it. What are their demands?
I haven't gotten them. Terrorists are the new showbiz. I'll leave you wanting more.
And like writers and actors, you never know when they're going to strike.
Flintlock opens a gold cigarette case.
Any idea who has the gun now?
The case is filled with hayseeds. Flintlock chews one.
With Forlot dead, I'm clueless.
Sounds like your worst nightmare.
Nah, that'd be getting stuck in a buffet line behind Christie Alley.
Marcia enters, still wears dark glasses, brings refreshments.
You know, working in the defense biz, it's always been my dream ever since I was a kid and went to 4th of July fireworks show. Rocket landing in the stands and burned a group of illegals. That's when I knew that's when I knew what I wanted to do in life.
Flintlock crosses to an authentic Civil War cannon in the corner, lovingly strokes it.
I still dream about lighting up the sky for the whole country to see.
Erica notices something and removes Marcia's shades, sees a black eye. There's a bruise on her shoulder.
Why, you pork-bellied heathen! You're under arrest.
Erica spins Flintlock around and pulls out handcuffs.
What have I done?
Assaulting a woman is against the law. Put both hands on the table.
Flintlock resists. Erica slams his hands onto the desk. One gets impaled on a letter spindle. The other is thrust into an electric pencil sharpener. Flintlock hollers.
Marshall, we can't hear you.
Stop. He never laid a hand on me.
Erica, take it easy.
You don't have to lie for this pig.
I got these falling down the stairs.
Please. You've never shown a lack of coordination.
Erica returns to cuffing Flintlock. Vince pulls her away, inadvertently elbows Marcia. She staggers backwards, grabs a lamp, receives a shot, gets propelled into a potted cactus. Exterior Armed Eagle parking lot minutes later. Vince and Erica stand by their car. Marcia addresses them sporting fresh bandages, her face dotted by cactus needles.
I just wanted to say thanks for sticking up for me. I get kicked in the teeth every day in this job.
Why do you stay?
Good dental plan.
She shakes Erica's hand and moves to Vince. Marcia hugs him and won't let go. She rubs against him and gets turned on. Erica checks her watch. Marcia wraps a leg around Vince and moans. He glances at Erica, now doing macrame. Exterior police headquarters later that afternoon. A gardener wields an ear-splitting leaf blower. An officer casually approaches, knocks the gardener out with a billy club, kicks the blower into the street. Interior Erica's office. Randy, laptop in lap, reports. Erica sits down behind her desk and Vince leans against a half-open window.
I ran the disguised voice through filters, then cross-referenced it against all the criminal voices in your database. I came up with a match. Maurice Outlaw Williams.
Isn't he that gangster rapper who declared bankruptcy?
Same.
All his crack
houses are facing foreclosure.
His motive feels like beef jerky, cut and dried.
Vince closes the window, pinning pigeons on the sill. They squawk, feathers fly, and he approaches Randy.
Fine work, young man.
It's not me. It's this dual-core notebook with 60 gigabytes of RAM and a new touchscreen.
On the screen are female breasts. Randy touches the nipples and shuts it down. Stands.
I disagree. A clarinet in the hands of Benny Goodman is an amazing instrument. In the hands of Kenny G, it's a piece of shit. The talent's inside you, son, not that computer.
You keystroking me.
You're no longer Geek Squad. You're Police Geek Squad.
Randy's acne-riddled face smiles, reveals acne-riddled teeth.
I can't wait to tell my mom after she gets off work at Hooters. Gotta go. Want to hit the Apple store before the Genius Bar closes.
Randy heads for the door and gives Erica a tender look and exits.
Kid's got a crush on you.
You never get over your first love.
Yeah, especially after you've bragged all your friends and written their number on restroom walls.
Okay. I say we bring Maurice Outlaw Williams in for questioning.
I'd say it too, but you just did.
Interior interrogation room later that afternoon. Low lighting, smoke in the air. Maurice Outlaw Williams, 30s, a black rap artist wearing a top coat, dark glasses, and derby, sits beside his straight-laced white attorney. Erica's demeanor is tough as nails.
It's best to cooperate. We're prepared to do some intense grilling in here.
Sizzling. Vince is revealed by a barbecue. Wearing an apron, squirting lighter fluid on coals. He looks intimidating. Erica plays a snippet of the camouflaged voice.
There have been 2 victims so far. There will be more if our demands are not met.
She clicks off the player.
We believe that's your voice.
Williams speaks and sounds exactly like the distorted voice.
It's bullshit. The goddamn voice sounds nothing like me. It's shit, you know what I'm saying?
The attorney speaks in the same altered voice.
You people are trying to frame my client. I'm prepared to sue this city for profiling. Don't try me.
The desk sergeant pokes his head in, speaks in the voice.
Excuse me, there's something on TV you need to see.
Erica steps out. Vince sets shish kebabs on the grill. Flames shoot up. He takes his apron off, tosses it to William and his lawyer, heads for the door. Interior police headquarters continuous, bullpen area. Cops and detectives huddle around a TV, watch a news bulletin.
A sleeper cell calling itself Rebecca Chanba means revenge casserole, which means revenge casserole, has claimed responsibility for the shooting of basketball great Deacon Dixon. The group promises to eliminate other prominent figures unless their demands are met.
A web page is shown with photos that resemble Mel Gibson, John Bon Jovi, Gisele Bündchen, David Beckham, etc. Senator Mulching too. Dixon's picture has an X through it.
The terrorist network, the first to use a MySpace book page, has ordered the celebrities listed as top friends to pay $400,000 each in exchange for their lives.
I don't see a connection. Do you?
They're all rich with famous faces.
No, gotta be something else.
They're all two-legged Homo sapiens.
Keeps thinking.
The group claims to be in possession of a long-range weapon stolen from defense contractor Armed Eagle.
Video of Flintlock hurrying to his car, hounded by reporters.
The CEO declined comment.
Flintlock wears a black cardboard stripe over his eyes, fumbles for his keys, hops in a car. The desk sergeant addresses Vince and Erica. Behind them, a handyman climbs a ladder to change a light bulb.
Look. Right now, I'm the desk sergeant. One thing I know is, the commissioner would never like to see you, rewind. The commissioner would like to see you both right away.
Vince and Erica depart. The handyman kicks the ladder out from under him. His feet dangle, having hung himself. Interior Police Commissioner's office, 10 minutes later. McGlade walks by a wheat field. A wider angle shows he's in his office, standing still as movers carry out a painting of a wheat field. Vince and Erica stand off to the side.
One more thing I know, you never give in to demands of terrorists, even if all they're asking for is to stop tickling them during wire torture.
Your tough stance is well known. You tried to pass that bill allowing us to arrest unborn criminals.
Which the ACLU fought on me. Just like my Scared Straight program where we sent heterosexual cops to the gay 8th graders.
Someone clears their throat. An artist in the corner tries to paint a portrait of McGlade, chides him not to move. McGlade motions Vince to come closer.
Conklin, prayer on the word of man, saved my life many times in the line of duty. Once, during dinner, when pita bread got stuck in my windpipe. I want a simple yes or no. Can police squad protect the VIPs, Ben?
Vince considers. Erica studies him. Tense music segues into the final round tune of Jeopardy.
Yes.
The artist tries to see around Vince and Erica in the way.
All right. We're drawing a line in the sand. Using a big stick and adding an exclamation point. Calm me down, because if you do, I'll put out to pasture. Drastic, because I'm allergic to dairy.
Vince and Erica turn to go.
Conklin, is that a gun in your pocket?
No, I don't carry one.
Oh, then I just guess you're glad to see me.
Exterior city street, stock, night. A stretched limo cruises. Interior limousine back seat. Vince and Erica sit across from an airhead pop star, Jejune Clarkson, 20s, dressed like a cross between Barbie and a dominatrix. She chugs energy drinks, a cell phone pressed to her ear, one eye on a TV showing the NASDAQ.
Miss Clarkson, there's a threat on your life. Don't you have reservations about going out?
Oh. I don't need reservations. They know me at all the clubs. And if I stay home, there's nothing to do except play tennis, ride horses, swim, get deep tissue massages, and make high-def sex videos. That gets old fast. Hey, heard my new single? They replaced my voice with someone that sounds more like me than me. The car hits a bump in the road. Ramon, we almost had a spill. Jejune indicates a lobster tank beside her. I love Ramon. He's like a chauffeur to me.
Jejune, out in public, someone's likely to take a shot at you.
Jejune reaches into her purse, pulls out an electric razor, and shaves off her hair. I'm used to people taking shots. The tabloids say I'm bi. No way. Other women aren't as hot as me, so why would I be attracted to them? I'm happily self-involved. Hand me that. Erica notices wigs on styrofoam heads and passes the blonde one to Jejune. The press sucks. The last interview I did, the reporter crossed the line and got me pregnant. Baby's due in the spring along with my new album. Another bump. A live lobster flies out of the tank and lands in Erica's lap. She's pissed. Don't like lobsters? I've got crabs. Interior crowded nightclub. A few minutes later, night. A cramped dance floor with wall-to-wall tweens partying. Vince and Erica watch Jejune boogie with three guys as a tattoo artist attempts to draw on her arm.
This seems too small for a nightclub.
It's not. We're still in the elevator. The fire marshal won't let anyone else through.
The rave is happening inside a large freight elevator. Jejune gets lost in the crowd.
Our girl's out of sight.
That expression's outdated.
Statement of fact. No hipness implied.
Vince and Erica fight their way through the mall. Unhook velvet rope attached to the dancer's navel, push past a kid making a model airplane and inhaling glue. They reach Jejune, dance near her, and Vince appreciates Erica's deft moves.
Hey, where'd you learn to dance?
11 members of my family were Rockettes. I come from a long line of dancers. What about you?
Dance was part of my martial arts training. It's important to show style and grace as you kick people's asses.
Vince and Erica move into each other's arms. They slow dance while the rest of the crowd crazily stomps. Abruptly, Jejune pulls Vince away from Erica and grinds into him. He seems to enjoy it. Erica is hurt and retreats into the crowd. Vince looks for Erica, and Jejune rips open his shirt. Buttons fly off. A sweatshop worker on the dance floor with a sewing machine picks up the buttons and offers repairs. Jejune dances wildly, hair flying. Her head violently jerks. She crumples to the floor. People keep dancing, and Vince kneels over her. Erica pushes her way back into frame.
What happened?
Jejune's temple is grazed. Vince finds a bullet nearby with her name on it.
She's been shot.
Erica whips out her gun.
No, you can't fire that in here.
I can't what in here?
Fire!
Screams. The crowd stampedes. Erica gets swept away. Vince throws himself on Jejune to prevent her from being trampled. She tries to push him off and looks like he's dry humping her. Legs belonging to joggers, lifeguards, and an ostrich race through the frame. Tied on the television set. A TMZ-style show with the cell phone footage of Vince stopped Jejune during the melee. A sleazy voice narrates.
Here's pop star Jejune Clarkson getting down and dirty with a member of police squad. Looks like she can't fight the feeling up she's getting. That cop on top is copping quite a handful. Let's hope he eventually got off. Next on Celebrity Sleaze Rag, a soap star picks her nose while shopping for wrinkle cream.
The angle widens, revealing we're in Interior Police Commissioner office the next morning. McGlade disgustingly shuts off the TV, tosses the remote in the trash. Vince is present. Erik is at his side.
Jejune Clarkson survived the shooting, but she'll never sing again. Which won't affect her concert tour. She's lip-synced the whole time, including the in-between banter.
McGlade crosses from behind his desk, passes his finished portrait. Vince and Erica's backs are on the painting, blocking him.
This is an embarrassment for the entire department. Worse than that weekend, we ran out of bullets.
Commissioner, you gave me a chance. I took a swing and I struck out. I deserve to be shot, not that girl.
Conklin, you're like a man with a 6-foot penis that keeps hitting himself with erection. He's too hard on himself.
No. I'm more like a guy who tried to carve a pot roast with a Q-tip. He couldn't cut it. And neither can I. I quit.
Vince heads for the door. McGlade's voice stops him.
Nobody likes a quitter.
But what if someone quits drinking or doing drugs or abusing pets?
A pause.
Well, they're considered those quitters.
Vince walks out. McGlade and Erica watch him go. From outside, a clap of thunder. It starts to rain. Inside the office, McGlade and Erica are drenched. Don't budge. Exterior police headquarters an hour later. Vince has gathered his belongings in a box, carries them out. He says goodbye to a beefeater on the sidewalk.
Be seeing you, Marty.
Exterior parking lot continuous. Vince approaches his car. Mullavey and Jurgens lean against it. We were going to plant drugs in your car, but since you're off the force, we'll sell them to traffic school students at low Canadian prices. Vince tries to get by. The cop blocks his path.
I'm a private citizen now, all right? I can't fight back.
We know.
Mullavey punches Vince. He drops the box filled with glassware. It smashes.
I've been ruining my schedule. My next ass kicking isn't until noon.
Jurgens delivers an uppercut, knocks Vince against the car. He offers no resistance. They work him over. Mullavey catches his breath and Jurgens offers his partner a water bottle, rubs his shoulders. We hear a black man's voice. Hey, pigs, leave that poor white boy alone. Mind your own business or you're next, spear chucker. Reveal the voice belongs to a white javelin thrower wearing an Olympic uniform, holding a spear. He walks away as the sounds of a smackdown intensifies, including a dental drill. Dissolve to interior Vince's apartment, bathroom, later that night. Vince examines his face in the mirror. He's got a black eye, blacked out teeth, and a swollen nose. A knock at the door. Vince walks away, reveals the black eye, blacked out teeth, and swollen nose are painted on the mirror. His face is fine. Interior Vince's apartment, continuous living room. Vince opens the top half of a Dutch door. Erica from the waist up can be seen in the hallway.
Who is it?
Erica?
He opens the bottom half and lets her in.
Catch you at a bad time?
I TiVo'd Chuck Norris on Inside the Actors Studio. I'm just sitting down to watch it.
She marches to the center of the room.
Jejune Clarkson's agreed to pay the money. She's been instructed to wire it into a foreign account using PayPal. The other celebrities are following suit because it's trendy. And Mariah Carey's people called, insisting she be threatened too.
No foreskin off my nose. I'm not on this case.
But I'm on yours. The only thing on record about you is this address. Everything's wiped cleaner than an obsessive-compulsive's kitchen counter. Who are you, Conklin?
Conklin's not my real name. You can probably guess what it is.
John Doe? Samuel Clemens? Jason Bourne? Jaime Kelly? Spartacus?
Drebin. I'm Frank Drebin's son.
She takes a moment. It sinks in.
How'd that happen?
Well, I assume he got her in the mood. He bought his favorite wine that comes in a carton, lit a few candles.
But Drebin doesn't have children.
By his wife. I'm the result of a one-night stand before he got married. The pregnancy was like the Iraq War, unplanned, and he didn't pull out in time.
So, who's your mother?
Dad wouldn't tell me, but it's rumored to be a foreign dignitary he was assigned to protect. I do bear a slight resemblance to the Princess of Monaco.
You know, I kept thinking that. This is unbelievable. Frank Drebin is like a god to most people.
Tell me about it.
Vince points to an altar. Drebin is depicted in stained glass, blessing officers kneeling before him.
He's got a perfect arrest record. When I was a kid, he took me to a shooting gallery. He missed a shot and still managed to wing some guy robbing the boardwalk.
I can't imagine what it's like living in the shadow of such a great man.
It's hard. Not everyone can attain the heights of George W. Bush. But my father thought it best I be raised by two parents. So I was adopted by a couple that couldn't have children of their own. Two nice ladies. One's a daytime talk show host and the other, an Oscar-winning actress. But being a cop was in my DNA, so I tried to follow in the old man's fingerprints. And when the moment of truth came...
Oil dissolved to exterior municipal bank parking lot day. A BMW flashback. Policemen crouched behind cars in a gun battle, exchanging shots with a heavily armed bank robber, reminiscent of the North Hollywood shootout. The cops are no match for the criminals' automatic weapons. A uniformed Vince hides behind the squad car.
Where the hell's our sharpshooters?
A hot dog vendor, cowering behind a cart, reaches into his ice chest, pulls out a submachine gun, blasts at the crooks. Vince glances over, sees a cop lying on the pavement, and crawls to him.
Rodriguez, you hit? Rodriguez!
The cop opens his eyes and pulls out earplugs.
Oh, Sorry, man. Fell asleep.
The robber is still firing, put money in a Salvation Army kettle. The volunteer nods and keeps ringing the bell.
SWAT, we're pinned down. You in position yet?
Yeah, I'm on a roof across the street. Got one of the bastards in my sights. He's hiding behind a car, holding a walkie-talkie.
Vince cranes his neck.
That's me.
Sorry, my bad. I ain't got the shot.
The gunfire stops. Vince and the other policemen peek up and see the robbers are gone. They left a "will return" sign with the clock saying 10 minutes.
They faked us out.
Vince and the cops pursue on foot, split up. Steadicam shot. One of the robbers sprints down an alleyway and Vince stops, assumes the firing range.
Freeze, mother...
A car horn obscures the rest. A lawbreaker keeps running.
What's the matter? Don't understand English? I'll say it in Portuguese. Latente o tiro do il.
The masked man halts, turns around, sees Vince sweating. He approaches, savoring the tentativeness in Vince's eyes.
Don't come any closer, or I'll blow a hole in you big enough for an air conditioning unit.
Vince's hands tremble. He grits his teeth, chips a tooth. The robber chortles, keeps coming. Trains his gun on Vince's chest and squeezes the trigger. Blam, blam, blam. Vince feels his chest. He's unharmed. The masked man falls, but Vince doesn't shoot. He looks over. He sees a 10-year-old Girl Scout in the fire escape, holding a .44 Magnum. She blows smoke off the barrel. You've got to buy some cookies now. The flashback ends. Interior Vince's apartment living room night.
I got branded a coward.
Vince lifts his shirt, shows coward branded on his stomach.
Making matters worse, the incident aired on Cops and drew the highest ratings of the season. You have any idea what it's like to be at a sushi bar, hear someone order yellowtail and think they're talking about you? Do you know what it's like to be called a scaredy cat?
No, but I've never been a pussy.
He makes a face and presses on.
Anyway, I quit. I hid my face. My record was erased to avoid further embarrassment.
And this phobia is why you don't carry a gun?
Oh, I can defend myself. I know jujitsu, origami, as well as a form of acupuncture combined with knitting. It leaves the person healed and with a sweater. But I cannot shoot another human being. I'm a Buddhist first, a cop second, a certified yoga instructor third.
There's plenty of cops who've gone their entire careers without shooting someone. They've all been gunned down, but that's beside the point. Do you suffer performance anxiety in other areas?
What do you mean?
Me?
I don't think I could shoot you either.
That's not what I meant.
Erica embraces Vince.
Oh.
She squeezes his ass. It makes a cushion sound.
Oh.
She sashays into the bedroom.
Oh.
Interior Vince's bedroom continuous. Vince and Erica stand in opposite sides of the bed, shedding clothes like Clooney and Lopez out of sight. They admire each other's bodies, whistling and punching the air until they're both standing in their underwear. Erica unlatches her bra. The moment her breasts start to spill out, everything turns into a kaleidoscope. Superimposed across the bottom of the screen, put on 3D glasses now. We hear the most erotic love scene of all time. Moans, bed springs, a train whistle, cannon. But we're able to see the distorted images of arms, legs, lips, elbows, accompanied by aha, 80s bouncy's hit Take On Me. Finally, Vince and Erica achieve orgasm and holler, their voices joined in celestial choir. Fade out. Superimposed over black, remove 3D glasses. Fade in. Interior Vince's bedroom later that night. The scene returns to normal. Vince and Erica are under the covers. She's asleep, he's awake, wears the 3D glasses. He removes them and stares at the ceiling, admiring Michelangelo's Sistine Chapel painting up above. The phone rings. His arm is under Erica's neck. Vince grabs the receiver and pulls it over, stretching the cord behind her.
Hello? Hello?
It's Travis. You know Trigger Man?
You have any idea what time it is?
It's only 7:30.
Oh, well, it feels later.
We need to talk, and not over the phone. It's urgent.
The sound of gunfire on the other end.
I hear shots. Are you at the firing range?
No, the post office. I'll meet you at the firing range in 10 minutes.
Vince hangs up, unaware he's wrapped in the cord around her neck. Vince climbs out of bed and reveals he's fully dressed. Shooting range, 1 hour later. Travis holds the 3 previous smart bullets in his hand, and Vince can't believe what he hears.
These are just standard bullets. The electronic don't do a damn thing.
You're saying this is all a hoax?
He's got about as much guidance as Lindsay Lohan.
The Christmas ornament from 99-cent store is more trajectory. It's all bullshit.
Vince turns away, hears Erica's voice in his head saying, I've been offered bribes, and I get tempted.
So every bullet had to be fired at close range. Erica was at the basketball game. She was there when Forlot got off. She was in the nightclub elevator. She's been everywhere except a grassy knoll. I thought she was a straight shooter.
Maybe she is. Personally, I never trusted the bitch. She seemed cheap and tawdry. Sort of hoe only a loser would go to bed with and leave a tip after.
Vince whirls around, threatens Travis with his fist.
Watch your mouther.
Hey, man, I had no idea. She was your old lady. I had no idea. Especially when she kept squeezing my ass when you weren't looking.
Vince raises his fist again. Travis whips out a snub-nosed revolver and holds it under Vince's chin.
I told you to chill out. All right? Don't make me use this, because I'll have to sell it as used.
Vince calms down and Travis puts the gun away.
Keep this between us, all right?
Oh, of course, bro. At times like this, I try to remember something wise. That's something a wise man said to me, but he spoke too softly and I couldn't hear it.
Thanks. Appreciate it.
Vince leaves. A guy who just got off work at Target enters carrying a rifle, wears headphones and goggles, walks past the shooting range where the people are firing guns.
Hey, man, you shouldn't be wearing your work clothes in here.
The guy has a target circle on his back, turns around, mouths the words, "What?" and all the shooters aim at him. Fire. Interior Vince's bedroom 2 hours later. Vince tiptoes in, the sound of loud crickets. He wipes the crickets off the bed and climbs into the covers. Gazes at Erica. She isn't asleep. Her eyes are open, thinking. Match dissolved to same scene the next morning. Vince is out of bed. Erica stirs, checks the time, sits up. Gets choked by the phone cord around her neck. Interior Vince's apartment a few minutes later. Vince sits at a coffee table, sips tea, reads the morning paper. Front page shows Senator Mulching with the headline, Senator vetoes extortion. Erica enters, wears a towel, and gives Vince a kiss.
Morning. I slept like a baby, drooled over everything. You subscribe to the LA Times?
No, my neighbor does.
Anything interesting?
She goes to a window and gazes at the morning sun.
All the celebrities have agreed to pay except one, Senator Mulching.
Guess he grew a pair. Good for him.
Yeah, fresh fruit is better than canned.
No, he's publicly showing balls. Anybody running for president can't cooperate with criminals until after they're elected.
The senator will need extra protection.
And I'll make sure he gets it.
Vince reacts to the way she says gets it.
What else is in the paper?
There's a solar eclipse today.
Erica shields her eyes, staggers away from the window. Interior Vince's apartment minutes later. Erica is fully dressed and stands in the doorway with Vince.
You were amazing last night. I had 6 orgasms. And my cousin in Pittsburgh text messaged. She had 6 too. We got kind of caught up in the heat of the moment. Hope you're not worried we had unprotected sex.
No, I've done it before without a prenup.
Will I see you later?
Depends. I signed up for the Big Brother program. And not the one with kids, the one where you spy on your neighbor and go through their mail.
So is this your way of saying you're one of those guys that after he gets close to a woman, pretends to have hepatitis C to avoid them?
No, I'm not afraid of intimacy. I walk into liquor stores in my underwear. I know the guys behind the counter and I feel comfortable.
But something's wrong. Tell me.
Vince stares at her and thinks to himself.
I can't.
Why?
He clams up. Erica regards Vince and kisses him and exits. Interior Vince's apartment 5 minutes later. From the window, Vince watches Erica drive off. The TV is on and Senator Mulching holds a new conference. All the reporters are off camera.
The answer's no. Would you put money in the mouths of filthy, slimy sewer rats? A question from SMNBC.
Senator, this is tough talk. Will the terrorists get the message?
I'm like an air traffic controller saying, I will not bend. Over. The trial from Fox News.
If the sleeper cell is caught, what should be done to them?
Vince enters the kitchen where the orange trees are planted, climbs a stepladder, and picks a few.
They need to lie down and take what's coming to them because they deserve the pounding they're going to get. The report in the back, the one busted tables from tell them, oh my God.
Vince cuts the orange in half, throws them in a tub, stomps them like grapes.
Senor, are you nervous about being out in the open on the campaign trail?
Vince pours the tub into a glass, drinks the juice, and looks at the TV.
No, because I enjoy touching as many people as I can without protection. I love seeing women holding out their babies to me. The reporter from Animal Planet.
Vince pours batter into a waffle iron, lowers the lid. It's revealed as a Mike Tyson grill with Tyson's snarling face and jagged teeth on top. The eyes glow red.
Any thoughts on a possible running mate?
Look, the truth is, I haven't found the right guy yet. All right, anyway, gotta run. I'm scheduled to be a no-show on Meet the Press.
The senator leaves, accompanied by security and handlers. Vince walks over to the television. Despite the threat on his life, the senator won't change his schedule. He'll arrive in Los Angeles for a stopover, then fly to Washington for a vote on a bill allowing banks to repossess cars still on the assembly lines. Vince decides a plan of action, whips out his cell. Interior County Morgue later that afternoon. Charlotte, Travis, and Randy are seated. Vince stands.
I picked this location because I don't want to be overheard by a single living soul.
Travis and Randy glance at bodies behind them under white sheets, save for the one with a picnic tablecloth, a beehive stuck to the victim's head. Bees buzz around it.
I plan to impersonate the senator, act as a decoy, prove the long shot gun isn't real, and draw out the shooter.
Everyone exchanges glances.
Hold on, you can get killed. I don't want to see anything happen to you. I need to borrow money.
I appreciate your concern, but I've been dodging bullets for too long. It's time I quit quitting and see the finish line. Besides, I believe in reincarnation, so maybe I'll come back as a thoroughbred and win the Breeders' Cup. Then again, if I break my leg, I'll just get shot again. Anyway, you're good with makeup. Can you make me resemble the senator from a distance?
Sure. It helps that most Californians have had LASIK surgery.
But what about the dude's voice?
Randy raises a hand.
Jerry.
Randy.
I'm sorry, our relationship's still new.
There's recordings of the senator's voice on the net. I can download them onto this transmit via Bluetooth to a speaker you'll wear. As long as talking's kept to a minimum, it should work. Wait, where's Erica?
Vince and Travis share a look.
She works for internal affairs and is Gentile, so she can't get involved in anything unorthodox.
Off to the side, one of the dead bodies sits up.
Everyone's got a role. Except me. What do you want me to do?
You, my friend, are going to take the good senator for a ride.
The body is a zombie. It hops off the table and lumbers out. Exterior airport parking lot. Travis is dressed in a chauffeur's uniform, stands beside a stretch limo. Senator Mulching, flanked by two Secret Service, approaches. Travis hands his ID to the two agents.
What happened to our usual driver, Fahim? He joined the military. Commendable. Not ours.
The senator steps forward. Travis offers his hand.
Forgive me, I'm not ready to commit to a handshake yet. I understand. You don't know where my hand's been. Neither do I.
Travis opens the door, ushers the senator into the back. We'll keep pace behind you.
Can you just run fast?
In a car.
Makes all the difference.
Interior limousine minutes later. They cruise. Senator Mulching studies the speech.
Senator, would you enjoy a tour of the city? The La Brea tar pits are extra bubbly this time of year. No, thanks. I'm on a tight schedule.
Travis eyes the Secret Service in his rear view, then notices a Michael Jackson bobblehead on the dashboard, wearing a hat and sunglasses, the face swathed in bandages. Exterior Four Seasons Hotel, Los Angeles. A morgue wagon parked across the street. Charlotte sits behind the wheel, applying a prosthetic nose and chin to Vince beside her. He wears a wig to impersonate the senator. Randy sits back, pedestrians walk by and gawk.
When you offered to drive, I thought you meant your own car.
This is mine? It gets good mileage and the air conditioning is extreme.
Charlotte applies finishing touches. The disguise is convincing. Vince's chest is wired for sound. He activates the transmitter taped to his ribs and buttons up his shirt.
Testing. You hear me?
Yep, I'm right behind you.
Vince checks himself in the mirror.
What the? I look embalmed.
Sorry, this makeup isn't meant for people with normal circulation.
Vince spies hotel security guys waiting in the valet area.
Whatever. Color me ready.
Vince gets out, hails a taxi, hops in. The cab makes a U-turn, drops Vince off in front of the hotel. Cross-cutting, Randy, a listening piece in his ear, monitors the microphone Vince wears.
Senator, how was your flight?
Randy calls up a sound file on his laptop and transmits. Vince moves his mouth over the senator's actual voice, comes from the speakers under his shirt.
Fine, thank you. And remember to get out to vote.
Randy is ecstatic.
This rock's harder than Xbox.
Flanked by security, Vince enters the hotel. Seconds later, a NASA vehicle pulls up. An astronaut climbs out. The valet hands him a ticket. Exterior downtown street, same time. The limo cruises the barrel. Locals give the car nasty looks. Interior limousine. Travis slows, points to something out the window.
Senator, you see that taco stand? Cesar Chavez got food poisoning there. Hey, look, a cockfight.
On a street corner, two Mexicans hit each other with dildos.
Oh my God. I need to be at my hotel in 10 minutes. Better step on it.
Travis stomps the gas pedal, thrusts the politician back into his seat. His speech pages scatter. Interior unmarked sedan. The Secret Service are perplexed. What's the senator doing?
He's in the competitive mood. Looks like he's street racing.
Interior Four Seasons suite. Minutes later, Vince roams the suite filled with the gift baskets, finds $1,000 bills in an envelope with Uncle Sam shushing.
Hush money, nice.
There's a cake in the shape of a White House.
What flavor is this? Mint. No, peach. Peach mint.
Vince saunters out onto exterior Four Seasons suite balcony. Vince stretches his arms, inhales the bad California air.
Randy, let me know if you see anything suspicious, like the Yeti or an assassin trying to kill me.
On the ground, unbeknownst to Vince, Erica hides behind a tree. She checks the gun in her holster and studies the figure overhead. She's tense, on edge. Interior morgue wagon, Charlotte gazes outside the car.
Wow, that's sad.
Ed McMahon stands on the sidewalk, holds a cardboard sign. Will host for food.
Oh, sorry. Didn't mean to distract you.
Okay, I'm good at multitasking.
On Randy's laptop, his sexy teacher sits on a desk in her classroom and strips on streaming video.
I'm taking a home study course at the moment.
Interior limousine, Senator Mulching is tossed about.
Senator, want to hear some music?
Travis turns on the radio, a news report.
A limousine is driving at a dangerously high speeds through downtown LA.
Shit, better watch out for that.
The Michael Jackson bobblehead nods furiously and the bandages come off. Interior unmarked sedan. The Secret Service remain calm. We need backup. Someone's trying to hijack an election. Again. Exterior Four Seasons Hotel. Vince stands on the balcony doing yoga. POV through rifle scope. Vince is in the crosshairs of a high-powered rifle. Due to his contortions, whoever's holding the gun can't get a clear shot. Vince hears a knock and leaves the view. Interior Four Seasons suite. Vince returns, finds a campaign aide in the hall.
Senator, you lose track of time?
The aide notices Vince's odd appearance. Vince yawns as an excuse to cover his face, waves, forget it.
You'll be late, sir.
Vince mutters something, accompanies the aide out the door. The astronauts walk by in slow motion. Interior morgue wagon. Randy, hearing Vince being escorted away, panics.
This isn't part of the plan.
Actors tend to lose themselves in the part. Russell Crowe's still fighting, and Gladiator is so done.
Interior limousine. Travis drives like a maniac. The senator claws at the doors. The sound of police cars pursuing.
Keep your hands and feet inside the vehicle. Relax and enjoy the ride.
The bandages are off. The face on Michael Jackson bobblehead is revealed as Amy Winehouse. Interior Four Seasons Hotel auditorium. The sound of an excited audience. The stage is decorated with patriotic red, white, and blue. There are TV cameras and podiums with presidential candidates behind them. Moderators sit along a table. A female sign language interpreter stands off to the side. Vince is led on stage by the aide to applause, stepping into a live, nationally televised debate.
Good luck, Senator. It's a good thing you're overprepared with all those practice debates.
The director in the booth counts down.
Live in 5, 4, 3.
Interior morgue wagon. Randy clutches his laptop, frantically calls up sound files. Interior Four Seasons Hotel auditorium. Erica enters, notes the location of the senator on stage, works her way towards the rear of the auditorium. The broadcast is underway.
The first question is for Senator Mulching. Senator, most of us still don't know where you stand on key issues. The other candidates accuse you of being faceless.
Vince at the podium hides his face. Cross-cutting, Randy calls up statements we've heard the senator make.
For example, gay marriage. What's your position?
Randy locates a sound file and transmits it.
I'm not going to bend. Over.
Gasp. Vin laughs. The other candidates look surprised.
All right. Let me ask the same question of Senator Huxtable.
Senator Huxtable, 40s, a black politician, responds in Denzel Washingtonian tones.
There was a time when interracial matrimony was illegal, so gay marriage deserves serious consideration. What surprises me is to hear Senator Mulching make a joke out of it.
Randy finds another sound file.
Look, the truth is I haven't found the right guy yet.
The other candidates are shocked. The crowd murmurs. Interior limousine. Travis continues his high-speed chase, changes the radio to the debate.
Senator Mulching, as far as federal spending, would you support more funds to help survivors of Katrina?
The real senator listens, incredulous.
Would you put money in the mouths of the filthy, slimy soul rats? That's my voice. The left and right are conspiring to ruin me.
The senator lunges at Travis, who rolls up the partition. The senator pounds on the glass. Interior Four Seasons Hotel auditorium. A female candidate, Senator Sophia Medea, 50s, is joined mid-response.
Gender shouldn't be an issue. And to answer your question, no. I don't think a president's menstrual cycle could cause nuclear war.
Applause. Female voices cheer.
Senator Mulching, what do you feel are women's rights in regards to their bodies?
They need to lie down and take what's coming to them because they deserve the pounding they're going to get.
Moderators are aghast. The candidates inflamed. The spectators roiled. A few women are on their feet, shaking fists. The interpreter angrily signs in Vince's direction. Subtitles, "You're an asshole." Vince's makeup has begun melting under the lights. High angle. Erica disappears out a side door, wends her way up a stairwell, heads into position. Angle on stage. The other candidates enjoy watching political suicide.
Well, to prevent unwanted pregnancy, do you support the use of condoms?
No, because I enjoy touching as many people as I can without protection. I love seeing women holding out their babies to me.
An uproar. One of the candidates faints. Exterior Four Seasons Hotel. A skateboarder rides up. The valet hands the skater a ticket, hops on the board, and rolls away. The limo carrying the senator screeches to a halt. Senator Mulching stumbles out. The Secret Service bring up the rear, followed by police cruisers. Guns drawn, they pull Travis out of the limo, throw him on the ground, and handcuff him. Interior morgue wagon. Charlotte and Randy watch Travis being brutalized by cops.
Wow! Only fights I've seen up close were in chat rooms.
Shouldn't we do something?
I didn't bring a camcorder.
Interior Four Seasons Hotel auditorium. In the spotlight booth, female hands assembled a high-powered rifle, a fixoscope. The image divides into a 24 style. Split screen. One side shows a bullet with the name Senator Mulching loaded into a chamber. The other half shows Vince on stage, his prosthetic nose drooping. The screen splits again, shows a maid making a bed. Angle on stage. The genuine senator appears, confronts Vince.
This is an imposter.
Senator, you're placing yourself in harm's way, and I'm trying to find out who's harming it. Get off the stage.
Vince pushes the senator aside, who shoves back. The other candidates are bewildered. Audience and moderators are too.
Excuse me, neither Senator Mulching has answered the question.
The senator and Vince wrestle one another. The crowd goes wild. A microphone descends and a moderator grabs it.
Let's get ready to rumble!
Interior spotlight booth. The rifle seeks its target. Through the crosshair, Senator Mulching chokes Vince. Security bounds on stage. The jostling spills over the other candidates. Fistfights break out. Senator Medea snarls, reveals vampire fangs. She chomps at Senator Huxtable's neck and sucks his blood. The rifle scopes wildly, finally locks in on the real senator. Tight shot of the trigger being squeezed. The door kicks open. Erica holds a gun. She isn't the shooter. She enters aiming at someone off camera.
Drop it.
The camera pans along the barrel, reveals Marcia holding the rifle.
Marcia.
You don't look surprised.
I knew you were the shooter.
When'd you figure it out?
When I saw your face and said, drop it. I also ran a background check. Discovered you're a former Marine sharpshooter.
Marcia pulls off a wig and reveals her military crew cut.
Simplify, motherfucker. Camel toe division.
Erica moves closer.
It didn't add up when you met us at the airport. We caught an earlier flight last minute, so I figured you must have followed us. Then I remembered an airline passenger hiding behind a copy of Fun Things to Do in Salt Lake City, and thinking, how long can she stare at blank pages? That was you, wasn't it?
No, I didn't take a plane back. I returned by water ski.
Flash cut 2, stock shot, exterior ocean. Quick flashback, a speedboat with a water skier in tow. Cut back to scene as before. Erica Adel presses on.
Anyway, we led you to Forlot. You killed him before he could admit Longshot was a failure.
We paid him to keep his mouth shut, but he wanted more, so I terminated him with extreme jubilance.
Flash cut 2, medium shot. A CSI-style flashback of Marcia on the ground below, shooting up at Forlot through the hotel's balcony doors. The recoil slams the scope into her eye, injures her shoulder, and she falls out of frame. Yells shit. Cut back to scene as before. Marcia's embarrassed about her black eye and bruised shoulder.
How much did the government sink into your project?
More than the experiment to breed salamanders that could talk.
Why'd the government want salamanders that talked?
To hear their opinions? Duh. The Department of Defense demanded a demonstration. So this scheme was our exit strategy.
Erica keeps approaching.
Our?
Flintlock and I. We met at a state fair. Fall in love. Bungee jumping.
Flash cut to exterior bungee jump, stock footage. A quick shot of 2 people plunging. Cut back to.
He left his wife for me. I left my girlfriend.
Erica readies to grab the weapon. Marcia's finger stays on the trigger.
Still doesn't explain your choice of celebrity targets.
They're investors. Silent partners sharing the same accountant. My second cousin, Joel Wolinsky.
Flash cut to a TV commercial. A smarmy accountant with hair plugs, Joel Wolinsky, sits behind a desk, superimposed underneath 1-800-TAX Dodge.
Are you spending too much time pinching pennies and not enough time dating strippers? Are you only claiming write-offs that are real as opposed to property loss in Narnia? I can help you. I am Joel Wolinsky.
Cut back to scene as before. Erica's nostrils flare.
You bitch. It's not enough to kill people. You just tried for some free advertising.
Marcia aims her rifle at Erica, who grabs the barrel, tilts it up. Marcia kicks her in between the legs. Erica doubles over, headbutts Marcia, who drops the gun. They slug each other, but their fists sound out of sync. They pass a Foley artist trying to get a clear view. Erica backhands Marcia. The Foley artist gets it right. Marcia grabs a bottle, smashes it over Erica's head. The Foley artist breaks glass in perfect time. Please. The catfight escalates. They hit each other with pillows, feathers flying, tear off each other's new clothes, occasionally checking themselves in a mirror. Now in bras and panties, they wrestle erotically, taking turns being on top. Erica gains the upper thigh, but Marcia in a chokehold until she passes out. Erica grabs the rifle, stands. Cross-cutting in the auditorium, Vince is pulled aside by security, sees Erica with the rifle in the booth, thinks she's about to shoot. He grabs a gun from an agent, points it at her. Vince is tormented, unable to pull the trigger, makes eye contact with Erica. They gaze at each other from across the divide. James Horner-style music swells. Vince can tell Erica isn't the shooter. He lowers the gun, smiles. She smiles back. The security team, also smiling, grab Vince and take away the gun. In the booth, Marshall leaps up, snatches the rifle, fires a shot at the real senator. A bullet travels in slow motion. Vince, moving in regular motion, shoves the security men aside, shields the senator, plucks the bullet from midair. The auditorium exhales.
We officially declare this debate a draw between both Senator Mulchings.
The audience applauds. Vince and the senator shake hands. Senator Huxtable is on the ground, his blood nearly sucked dry by Senator Medea. She looks up, wipes her mouth, and resumes. Charlotte and Randy are in the house, so is Travis, wearing leg restraints. Everybody cheers. Balloons are released, one pops. Secret Servicemen dogpile onto the senator. In the corner, cops have their guns drawn on Marcia, backing towards an exit, using Erica as a shield. Vince rushes over and pushes past the lawman.
Give it up, Marcia. There's no way out.
Marcia points to the exit sign over the door.
Okay, one way. Are you all right?
The barrel of Marcia's rifle is stuck in Erica's mouth.
Fine.
Vince waves for the cops to lower their weapons.
Marcia, I'm not going to let you harm that woman.
Because you love her.
No, at the moment, we're just cops with benefits. But all I'm asking is...
Music cues up. Vince sings a trite High School Musical style love song.
Just give me one chance to see how I feel. Just give me one chance to see if it's real.
Erica serenades him in return, the gun barrel in her mouth.
Just give him one chance to see how.
Disgusted, Marcia shoves Erica aside and tries the door. It's locked. Like a trapped animal, Marcia points her rifle to and fro. Erica rushes to Vince's side.
She's only got one bullet left.
And only one way to use it. Go ahead, you're trapped. Take the shot.
Marcia puts the barrel in her mouth. Stunned reactions from Vince, Erica, and company as Marcia shoots herself off camera.
How'd you know she'd kill herself?
I didn't. I just thought she'd shoot the lock off the door. Jesus.
A hotel security man steps over Marcia's off-camera body and pushes the door open.
Sometimes it sticks.
Erica wraps her arms around Vince.
For a second, you thought I was the shooter.
Not for a second. For 48 hours. But Marcia was a lousy shot. She missed me.
I would have missed you too.
Everybody lets out an awe. Including an off-screen Marcia still alive. Erica starts to kiss Vince, who glances around.
Hold on. Should we be doing this in front of all these cops?
I don't think they mind.
The cops around them are all making out.
Sorry, case isn't closed yet.
He hustles out of frame, a close-up of Erica watching him go in an obvious soft focus. Dissolved to exterior Armed Eagle Defense Facility later that night. Vince creeps up to the electric gate, tosses a rock. It sparks. Vince looks around, locates an AC outlet, unplugs the gate, and hops the fence. Interior Flintlock's office night. Flintlock, dressed as a Confederate general, stares at his plasma screen, plays the harmonica, an eerie glow on his face. Over his shoulder, Vince fills the doorway, backlit.
I suggest you act like a porn star with laryngitis and come quietly.
Flintlock whirls around.
What the hell are you doing here?
Vince steps into the light.
Creating an image for the poster.
Where's Marcia?
She bought the farm.
Why'd you buy farmland in this unstable economy?
She didn't. She shot herself, but survived. Bullets lodged in her brain. As long as she doesn't move, eat, drink, speak, or blink, she'll lead a normal life. Come on. You're going to do time.
I prefer Newsweek.
Vince approaches. Flintlock wards him off, holds the remote control. On the screen behind him are surveillance videos of public parks where Civil War cannons reside.
Hold your position. See that? The closed circuit feeds from parks in all the blue states. I donated antique cannons to each and every one, secretly armed with nuclear warheads.
Nuclear.
The Civil War is about to get a rematch. One click of the button, the United States goes south. Slavery's gonna make a comeback.
It never went away. Try working in retail. And I'm not going to stand here and watch you kill millions of innocent men, women, and children.
They're not all innocent. I've blown the ones in prison too. Actually, I was just waiting until dawn's early light. So don't come any closer, or I'll fire them off right now.
Vince can't bum rush Flintlock. The distance is too great.
Yeah, I teach you not to carry a weapon, won't it? You weak-kneed, fat, violence-averse, and donkey-handy.
Flintlock is moments from detonating the cannons. Vince remembers, reaches in his pocket, fishes out the keychain Travis gave him. He points the teeny gun, holds it with 2 fingers, struggles to overcome his neurosis, and fires. The tiny bullet hits Flintlock's hand, pricks him like a bee sting. He shouts, "Ow!" Flintlock drops the device. Vince slides across the room and snatches the remote, scrambles to his feet, hurls it against the wall as Flintlock screams, "No!" All the cannons shown on the TV fire.
You idiot! Destroying the remote launches the warheads and sends them in this direction.
Why did you design it to do that?
It's an over-the-top plan to begin with. You expect it to make sense now?
But this is a bomb shelter, right? We can survive the blast.
I'm not waiting to find out.
Flintlock presses a button on his desk and Vince drops out of sight. We think he fell through a trapdoor until we see Vince crouched on the floor in a duck and cover position.
What are you doing? I was just calling him a private jet.
Flintlock sprints out, locks the door behind him, and trapping Vince inside the office. He tries to kick open the door. No luck. An alarm sounds. The room is bathed in red light. Incoming missiles are shown on the screen. Vince frantically looks for something to seek cover under. Notices a 1950s refrigerator. He smiles, casually strolls towards it. Stock shot, explosion, a mushroom cloud, angle on the television, the female reporters we've seen throughout.
I was not expecting a crystal joke. I was not expecting the crystal skull reference. The fallout from the armed eagle scandal continues as cloud texts God, Jesus Christ, this just threw me, where nuclear bombs obliterated the facility. Thankfully, local citizens survived the blast by hiding inside the refrigerators, as seen in the last Indiana Jones movie.
A shot of a wasteland filled with nothing but refrigerators.
Jesus Christ. An only reported casualty was defense contractor Nathan A. Flintlock, whose private jet was attacked by overgrown prairie dogs mutated by the explosion.
An image of giant prairie dog, the size of Godzilla, nibbling on a jet in its paws. A newspaper. The headline, "Police Squad Saves America." A fish gets slapped in the center. A deli worker wraps the paper around it. Exterior public park, early morning. Commissioner McGlade stands on a podium. Vince and his reboot of a police squad sit beside him. The audience is comprised of every imaginable law enforcement branch. The congregation shields their eyes from the glare coming from McGlade's mouth.
Sorry, and my teeth whitened. Today, it's my pleasure to present the Medal of Distinguished Service to the members of the Police Squad 2.0. Sergeant Partridge, would you do the honors?
Blade passes the blocks of medals to Sergeant Partridge, 30s, a one-handed officer. His other hand is a metal hook. Partridge struggles to place the medals on Randy, Charlotte, Travis, and Erica. Scratches them, tears away bits of clothing.
The award to Detective Conklin. I present myself. But give to him anyway.
Vince bows his head as the medal is draped over his shoulders. The other members of the police squad react with pride, applause, and cheers. An off-screen Wookiee howls approval.
You've earned our respect, Conklin. Just like you've earned our disgust. Respect is like luggage. Try not to lose it.
Thank you. But I'd appreciate it if you'd call me by my full name, Detective Vince Conklin Drebin.
Vince smiles, and McGlade does too. Vince squints at the glare. Wide angle. A battalion of policemen offer a 21-gun salute. Aim their weapons at the sky, fire, and pause as flocks of wounded pigeon land on the audience. End.
Oh, thank y'all for joining us. I don't know what to say. Thank you.